Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? All right, I'm on my baby phone right now with Mr. Michael Hesser. Say hello.
Hi, everybody.
This is not an ad for Palm. I genuinely love this little phone. Say hello. All right, I'll see you on there. What's up, everyone? Hello, Lowe's Savage, Buzz. Baby phone. What's up, Aubrey? Let me make sure my hair isn't all ratty. There we go. What's everyone up to? Classroom says, hello, Hess. Hi, Hess. Aubrey says, oh my gosh. The mods be getting too popular on here. Right now we are listening to Trappin' in Jamaica by one of my favorite online musical artists, Ryan Celsius Sounds. Let me know if you can hear me okay, and let me know how my level is doing on the microphone. What is up, y'all? I'm gonna be reacting live to this video of me on Jubilee with a bunch of other people. Allie Chapman, huge shout out to Allie. Thank you so much for having me be a part of Spectrum Jubilee episode number 4 this season? I'm not exactly sure. Alright, here we go, baby. Music is at a 9 and I'm at a 7. Got it. How's this? Testing. Let me turn up the gain a little bit more. Hello. Better? Better. Testing. Just doing it. Hello. What's up, Sound Frequency? It's been so long. I only know you by your Insta name now. Justin, are you still doing acro? Music needs to come down a tiny bit. Alright, let's see what it sounds like with the video. We'll play the first couple seconds. Okay. Let's see how this sounds, y'all.
Like that, and it's just like, I'm not even a stripper.
Still doing acro and dancing. Shoot, Hess, you know what I realized is that people on Instagram Live aren't going to be able to hear the video. Way too loud. Okay. Okay. For any of my past ASMR followers, turn your headsets down. Please. I'm sorry in advance. Okay. Oh my god.
The word midget is offensive. 3,
Too loud or does it sound good?
1, go.
There's an audience poll? Why I somewhat agree is because the term midget was actually coined. No picture yet. What's up, Papa Cruz? Hello. Justin, thank you so much. I still want to do acro with you. Really bad. You're saying never mind. Okay. Y'all, go to twitch.tv/Queen Katrina, Queen Katrina. There you will be able to watch the Spectrum Jubilee live stream video. It's called Do All Little People Think the Same? And me, Allie Chapman, my friend Christoph, Vinny Rupolo, JC, little person who was on Big Brother, and I forget the other guy's name, but I'll find out. I know I will. Okay, go there, because right now I can only hear it on my headphones. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and watch it on here. What's up, Star Weaver? I guess I can just stay on here until my phone dies. All right, here we go. Come on, 6 viewers. Let's get sickening. Okay. Back in the 1800s when little people... Oh, here she goes. Miss Historian. Dr. Kemp. We're paging you. Okay, let's start this from the beginning with the opening line showing you that we had to take COVID tests to do this.
Out in public, when you're at a bar or anything, like someone randomly be like, yo, I want to hire you to like strip at my like bachelorette party or something like that.
Oh my
and
God.
It's just like,
every little person gets that. Every little person gets that job offer. If you're getting paid well, though, that's another story.
The word midget is offensive. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it here. Shout out to Hasan for the inspo. Always gotta remember to pause, not in the middle of someone's sentence, right? No way, what's up, Rebecca? Allie is originally from Indianapolis. She is close friends with my cousin. She is amazing, as are you. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for always holding it down for the LP community. I know I love Allie. We've had some amazing road trips together. She actually referred me for this job because someone backed out, I think, at the last second. So it all just kind of worked pretty magically. What's up, Jackie, Shahal, Eric? Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Hysterical right off the bat. We're all just walking over to the agree side. I can't remember what I stopped on, but yeah, I think it's hilarious that a lot of people still haven't picked up on the fact that midget is derogatory. Yeah. Everybody knows that it's like a rude word, so it's not like... I guess in some places in the country it's seen as like a cute word. I've heard that before. Okay, if you guys on Insta Live want to go to twitch.tv/Queen Katrina, you can see what I'm watching right now, and you can hear what I'm watching. Allie's outfit is stunning. Why I somewhat agree is because the term midget was actually coined back in the 1800s when little people could not, live normal lives. They couldn't go to work a certain way. They couldn't go to school a certain way. And that created an actual circus lineage of little people who make their livelihood based on the word midget. I understand that it is very painful, and it was very painful for me as a child to hear that word, but I think all of these people have stopped and told someone, like, you cannot refer to me by that. And I respect that as well. But if someone is like, I just don't care, and that's how I make my money, then do you.
It's the ignorant people that use it. It's the fact that people who aren't ignorant, that know the history behind the word or know that the word's offensive, still use the word as the hook, like midget wrestling. We don't see it called dwarf wrestling or little person wrestling. We call, that word is the hook that brings people in. To me, that just says a lot of oh, we know it's a bad word. We know it offends you. We just don't give a crap.
I've worked in the entertainment industry for over a decade, and I've also played drums on tour in a rock and roll band, and I've been reviewed as the midget drummer. It's really tough to be taken seriously and also take your project seriously when you are referring to us in an offensive way. Ask me what my name is and call me by my name.
Call me by my name and tell me I'm Christoph. Yes, that is Christoph with the shaved head. He is so cool. Aubrey, you and Christoph would get along great. Hess, thank you for the bitty bitty bum bums. Bitty bitty bum bums. Thank you. Hello, Neville. Hello, Robert. Oops.
Fetishize me.
So listen, Christoph is an amazing drummer. Rebecca said, I needed Aubrey's video clips in the middle of this original video. LOL. Let me actually go back to an image of Christoph. Where's he at?
Your project seriously when you are referring to us in an offensive way.
Okay. Christoph is so cool. He's a drummer. He's been living in California for a long time now. I've seen him live. I can vouch 100%. He's an amazing performer. And he actually toured with the infamous Mini Kiss. And you know he's got some stories, y'all. Follow him. Christoph ZD something. Christoph. With a PHE at the end. What's up, John Duff? If anybody is checking this out on Insta Live, hit twitch.tv/Queen Katrina and you can see the video that I'm reacting to. Do all little people think the same? It came out today with me and a bunch of other really cool little people. Rebecca, you're new on Twitch. Welcome. All right. Here we go. Sorry my background's kind of messy, y'all. I just moved. But I'm going to set up the background so it's a little neater soon. Okay.
Ask me what my name is and call me by my name.
People fetishize me. 3, 2, 1.
Wait, let me go back to
go.
that. People fetishize.
People fetishize me. 3. People fetishize me. 3, 2, 1, go.
For those of you that agree, I am very curious of what you guys come
what
across
are you
because
doing
I
all
am
the way
like,
over there? Oh my god. I was demanding answers. What was he doing all the way over there? I'm still shook. I can't quite remember what he ended up saying, but...
for those of you that agree, I am very curious of what you guys
Yeah,
come
what are
across
you
because
doing all
I
the
am
way
like
over there?
lost here. I'm like, wait, people fetishize about you?
Congratulations, man.
Before meeting my wife, I dated average height women, but it was also like out in public when you're at a bar or anything, like someone would randomly come up to me and friends and be like, yo, I want to hire you to like strip at my like bachelorette party or something like that, and it's just like, I'm not even a stripper. Like, I'm just chilling at the bar with my friends.
I feel like as a female little person, we
Hold on, before we get to Allie. Vinny is an accomplished rock and roller. He also performed in a band like Christoph. We met a couple years ago at emo night here in Los Angeles at the Echoplex. We love emo music. There's maybe maybe 2 little people I know in the world who enjoy emo music. Aubrey says, am I the only LP who doesn't play an instrument? Listen, I am straight up Prince when it comes to the guitar on Guitar Hero. And I can tinker a few things out on like a ukulele or the drums, but I played the violin for a while, but I don't play anything fluently anymore, sadly. You're not the only one. Okay, Aubrey says I can tinker on the piano. Let's start a band. We'll call it Tinkerers. Tinkerbells. What's up, David Zimmerman? How are you, my friend? Peeps, check out my interview with David Zimmerman on YouTube. He's a wonderful man. Hello, Disney fan. Yes, so Vinny, I can totally understand. He's like in a hardcore scene and stuff and playing music with the emos and the hardcores, and in my opinion, it must be so emasculating if you're a man and you're dating a woman, and in the middle of you being on a date, someone comes up to you to fetishize you and ask you, hey, will you be a stripper at this party? And you're not trying to get paid. You're not looking for someone like, yeah, maybe you're out and you're at a bar and you're playing music and you're trying to network in that world, but like, it's just so complicated. Listen, anybody can make extra money however they want. But in my opinion, it has to be kind of jarring when you're trying to like, be there and trying to flirt with someone, and then someone comes along and asks you to do something you never have done or care about. And it's everything for them. The power of paying you, the power of hiring you out in the wild, the power of getting you to undress for them, the power of you being rare and them finding you. Like, there's just like a lot going on psychologically with average height people when they come up and just ask all of us, thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you for the follow. You are great. You are so great. Anna Holmes, what's up? Animal lover for life. Head to twitch.tv/Queen Katrina and you'll see the video I'm reacting to. Do all little people think the same? Okay, we've just paused on Vinny. Now I'm pressing play and we are starting up with Miss Allie Chapman, who is a divalicious diva. She's traveled all over the world, and I can't thank her enough for all of the wonderful jobs that she's, hooked me up with. And we just have such a good time together. She knows how to get shit done. She is a woman to be inspired by, and she hustles her ass off. Yes. Rebecca says, my bad. I had no clue that would do that. I feel so bad for doing that in the middle of each other. No problem. That's what it's there for. Hit that follow button, honey. Get all the sounds and GIFs and animations. I should actually put those emotes back in front of the video capture. Let me fix that. And Yeah, there we go. Just that simple. Okay. All right. Thank you for the biddies, Mr. Hess. What's up, Big Daddy? Okay. Oh my God, you guys. Adam Sandler's watching. All right, let's hit play.
Chilling at the bar with my friends.
I feel like as a female little person, we definitely get fetishized a lot. I almost think as a little person too, people don't think we are like real and have like real feelings, like we're some type of like mythical creature or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm a real person. I'm a lady. And the fact that you're talking to me like that it's bad.
I've also done a lot of entertainment gigs like Ali has, and it is an open door to invite all of these skeezy people and invitations into your face. You know, they're right there.
Especially when you're in a, like you said, when you're in a bar or a club and people are drinking, then this gets amplified and it's even more like over the top. A lot of average sized people also look at it like, oh, I've never been with someone like that before. It's almost like a bucket list. You know,
what is sex like with a little person, and how crazy can we get? Yeah.
Can you tell me where you?
Here's the thing: Christoph and Ali are so graceful to these people. I've been in situations with both of these people where they have been so graceful, and I was shocked, and I learned something from them on how they deal with drunk and disorderly rude people. It's true. For anyone who's just joining Instagram Live, please check out my Twitch. There you can follow along
to meet these bucket lists.
to the video that I'm reacting to on Jubilee Spectrum.
Tell me where you go to meet these bucket list people.
I'll tell you, man. Little person, and how crazy can we get? Yeah.
Can you tell me where you go to meet these bucket list people?
I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you. I'll give you some numbers.
I feel like because I'm a guy and a little person, I don't get fetishized, like how she said, which makes me feel very sad, but also like I don't. Like in a weird way, I kind of want to experience that, but also don't with the stuff that you said.
Watch, it's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it has me thinking Kevin isn't just... Because I think he recently moved to LA. Maybe he just didn't, like, grow up as much with bar culture. And he doesn't, like, get the majority of his jobs, like the music industry, the music video industry, the dance industry, all these things that little people kind of revolve around. Kevin seemed a little bit removed from, and I'm wondering if maybe that was why he isn't approached by, you know, people who are fetishizing him as much. Jamon, hello. Thanks for stopping by Twitch. Jamon says, oh my God, I saw the video, the Spectrum video, and I was like, it's you, my fave streamer. Jamon, you've been here since day one, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. What's up, Nick? What's up, Kevin? Jana, thanks for stopping by. Check out my Twitch. You'll see the video that I'm reacting to. It came out today. I'm in it. A bunch of other little people are in it, and we're talking about the little people community. It's hilarious to me so far. I'm loving it. I love the way they edited it.
It's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen now. For sure.
Wait, but I have a question. Do you have social media?
Yeah.
Really? And you
Yeah,
didn't get like...
no one has ever slid into my DMs and be like, hey, I want to tower over you.
Really? I mean, some of my friends, they normally tell me, oh, you're so lucky because, you know, everyone wants to get like with you and stuff like that. It might be fun one night or one day when you are like kind of in the mood for it or whatever. But in my case, it's been a nightmare since I started like around like my last years of high school.
I've been an online sleuth and an online nerd since I was a kid. 15 years of my life is compiled on the internet. And I've spent half of that time warding off what I call LP collectors. Oh, and also if you want to sound cool. Oh my God, they actually added this. They actually added this, y'all. I'm shaken. Hello, Livy. Hello, Miss Garcia, Liz Garcia. I'm so shocked right now. I was wondering if they were gonna leave this in. And they did. That's amazing. I'm so shook. Okay, let me rewind a second. Yeah, and you can ask people who have been following me for some years. People know that I will, like, go through lengths to take down LP collectors online. For anyone who's just joining, go to twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. Check out what I'm watching live. We are watching Do All Little People Think the Same on Spectrum. It just came out today. Okay, here we go. I can't believe they actually added this. I'm dead. Time warding off what I call LP collectors. Oh, and also if you want to sound cool and you know a little person, you can use the term LP. I would say, because little person. I would have people messaging me, DMing me while I was a teenager up to this day, you know, can I have sex with you because you are a little person? That kind of messes you up as a teenager.
And you have to wonder, like, how far is somebody gonna take it?
Exactly.
And then we're little people, and then also we're women. So then it's like, there's a whole safety thing that you have to worry about too. Like,
oh yeah,
are they going to just pick you up and take you off somewhere?
I have straight up choked people out, like, in defense of someone trying to pick me up so hard and not giving up that I'm actually jamming, like, my full core and body into their throat just to, like, get them off of me. I hate it, but it almost makes me, like, not used to human touch as much, because I'm so used to, like, do not pick me up. Do not fucking pick me up. They leave in the cussing. Oh my God. Rebecca says, yes, get them, even the fashion agencies. Y'all, what is the obsession with, like, I understand little people obsessed with fashion and wanting to incorporate fashion for little people. Pieces that they would want to wear. But why is it specifically, like, of all things, of all industries, why isn't there, like, a stool maker who's obsessed with little people community? Or a kitchen countertop company? Or a, what else? A car company. Like, why is it always, like, people in fashion, kind of on the fringe, average height? It's so weird to me. Now, there's literally a new scam that some little people communities were warning each other about. And it's literally all related to them scamming little people specifically because they are a little person. And they're coming to them. And if you're listening to this, be mindful of this. They're coming out of the woodwork to scam little people and offer them an opportunity in a like book or some kind of, like, anthology with a bunch of people's different memoirs. This whole thing. And they get little people to pay them with the promise that they'll be in the book. And a lot of little people will probably do this. Maybe they're older. Maybe they're, you know, like, who's subscribing? Who is that? Dan Whiz Pig. One of us, baby. One of us. Rebecca, someone offered you this? Rebecca says, I just saw this. I knew it was fake. I need to do an IG post about it. Girl, you got tagged 20 times in this thing. Girl. Dan Wiz, you joined at the perfect moment. We are still about 6 minutes into a 15-minute video. Hess, thank you so much for the biddies. Danny from San Jose. That's what's up. Listen, Rebecca, tag them, call them out. Listen, these people are trying to steal money from the little people community. Through fake inspiration booklets or something. Okay, I'm going to continue. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see Hassan's reaction.
Because I'm so used to like, do not pick me up. Do not fucking pick me up.
I want to have children. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh wow, we're all over the place.
Oh.
Children? You know, I love kids. I think they're amazing, wonderful, cute. I think that that ship has sailed and sank or whatever. So I don't think that's a possibility for me. But more power to anyone else that does it as a average size person or a little person.
My parents are average height.
Allie lives too fabulous of a life to even consider a child currently, I think. Literally the other night, you can go to her Instagram and she's having dinner, like hand-carved meat from that Salt Bay guy. You know, the guy who like sprinkles the salt like this? Like, she lives too fabulous of a life.
Size person or a little person?
My parents are average height. It was always one of those things where they made me feel like I was just like everyone else. With me and my wife, it's one of those things where I want to bring up a kid and make him feel that same exact way, but explain to him that there's going to be things that are going to be tough. A little mini-me. Teach you to play guitar, I don't know.
Oh my God, you see me shake my head because I am so triggered by even the word mini-me. I'm not calling out Vinny for that. It's very cute. I can't tell you how many times like you think you have like real people around you, like real energy, and they just come up and they're like, "Oh, you're my little mini me." Oh, or like scratching me on the head, like, y'all, not a good look. Not a good look. What's up, Hoppa Fitness? Mogi, Willie, how's it going? Garrett, oh my God. Yes, hello. Okay. Someone says, Dan says, dang, as someone with autism, you wouldn't believe the autism disability scam groups that people pop up in my inbox. Dan, tell me about it. Soliciting donations. Are they people preying on the autism community, or is it people really with autism just like scamming? Because we were speaking on people who are infiltrating little people communities and scamming specifically little people. But I don't think that they are little people. They're always like from somewhere else, just like specifically searching those groups out. Nirav says, hey, just came to your channel, wanted to say something. Keep smiling and be happy. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. You enjoy. Keep up with your hard work. Enjoy. Peace and love. Peace, love. Peace, love. Thank you so much. Dan, yes, I love stories. Anything that has to do with disability, online scams, taking down the online scammers. We can do this. Garrett, hello, boo. Hi to you too. Good to see you. I can't believe I last saw you on set, like pre-pandemic. What's up, Haley, my girl? Gagom, what's going on? Okay, let's go back. Oh, Dan says, no, it's people who are infiltrating autism spectrum groups and asking for research cure donations. No, honey, no. Really? Oh my God. See, Vice, if anybody who knows anybody from Vice, please, let's get this information out to them. We need to tell them that there are people out there who are so sick in the head that they prey on communities specifically because they are part of a disabled community. Prey on them to get fake donations and fake plane tickets and money and investments and fashion stuff, and it's so weird. It's so weird to me. Hess says, including the elderly. I know, dude. Look, Rebecca, you're fitting in on Twitch already. You already got the emotes going. Okay, let's keep going. For anybody who's popping in to Instagram Live, come to twitch.tv. Let's see. Let me add it again. Reacting live to my video on twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. Pin comment. What's up, Mac Jr.? Thank you for all the love in my stories, always. Okay, here we go.
Play guitar, I don't know.
A lot of the things you said, like growing up, you and I probably relate this in the same way that our parents never really knew how to explain our situation to us. The ability to kind of relate to my kid in that way is something that I am kind of looking forward to.
I don't think I've had like a bad life or anything like that, but if I'm gonna focus on all the problems or the main problems that I've ever had is probably related to my height. So I just do not wish that like on my kid, you know what I'm saying? The whole like going to a school, the whole like trying to probably like get a date, the whole like I wanna be just like my friends, so I wanna like play this type of sport that I'm not allowed to. But like I said, this is how I see it right now and how I've seen it in the last 5 years. Maybe in the future, I don't know, I get like a partner and my mind changed. I don't know. This is just how I see it right now.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think with everything that you've gone through and whatnot, you paved such a great road for yourself and if you decide to have a child, I think you would be a great dad, you know, because you went through all that stuff and like you faced it.
Your concerns are like completely legitimate because like there's also like the other medical fears for people like us as well.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like right now, like I'm okay with myself. Like
Yeah.
right now,
That is so real. The medical concerns that come up when little people are trying to decide whether or not to have children. I mean, I know that is there for many couples spanning many spectrums of people, but for little people specifically, and I'm going to let you guys know this, I don't know if they go into it, but I don't remember us getting into it that day. Hi, what's up, Giovanna? Thank you for stopping by. The truth is that if little people get together, they have a higher chance of having a child with double dominant dwarfism. And what that means is that double dominant dwarfism can mutate all of your genes. So like a portion of myself was mutated at the moment of conception when the egg met the sperm. But my organs are not dwarfed. My organs are that of a adult woman. It's just my bones that have been mutated over time. But when your organs have double dominant dwarfism, they are not going to grow at the same rate or work at the same rate as a child, a baby needs. So unfortunately, a lot of little people couples go through having to lose a child. And everybody in the little people community knows somebody who's been through that. And it's a really, really hard decision to make when deciding whether or not to have a child. And they actually made a CSI episode about it back in 2002. So you can check that out if you want. Some amazing actors in that episode. I'm not sure what season it is, but maybe we'll do a reaction to that someday. Rebecca says, is he originally from LA? I was trying to think of how old he is to think about having kids. Which person are you asking is from LA? Dan says, have you ever met Miss Juicy? Oh my God, Dan. How can we meet Miss Juicy? I need to meet her. She reposted a story of mine one time. It was a meme about her and Lil Nas X. She cracked up. I know she did. She reposted the story. I lost it. I died. So somewhere in Miss Juicy's consciousness, I am there. Winter baby, hello. Winter baby, here's an ASMR whisper just for you. Winter baby, I'm so glad you're back because I'm gonna do ASMR again. Like as soon as next week. I just moved. My transcription job is coming back. So we're going to have some ASMR streams again. Aubrey says, when I finally get a TV show, should Miss Juicy play my mom? 1000%. I don't even care how good or bad her acting skills are. She has to play your mom. Rebecca says, JC, he seems super young. You know, I think JC might be in his late 20s now. I watched him on Big Brother like some years ago. Love the guy. He actually got into a really thought-provoking conversation on Big Brother with an African-American woman, and they got into a huge argument over the N-word and the M-word. And that was like a source of a lot of drama between the two of their storylines for a moment. I have to like do a deep dive of it because I don't really remember. He said the N-word. Oh, God. I think, too, he is not from LA. I believe that he told us he's from Mexico, and that's where he grew up, and then he moved to LA and, like, learned English here and stuff. Aubrey, tell me. You said, Aubrey says he did say the N-word. He rewatched it this morning after the interview because you looked him up. Yeah, tell me what happened. Or send me the link. Winter Baby says, I don't want to sound insensitive, but what is the M word? The M word is the word midget. At the beginning of this video, we're all answering the question, do little people believe midget is a derogatory term? And we all do. But it's kind of complicated. Dan's a big CSI fan. Dan says, I believe it was the 3rd season. A little... The episode of CSI about little people. The episode about CSI... Oh, my Lord. There is so much love and energy coming at me right now that I have so many things going on in my head. The episode of CSI that highlights little people is called A Little Murder. Just a little. With a dash of paprika, honey. Just a little murder. Episode 4. 3rd season, episode 4. Okay. Maybe we'll react to it soon. What's up, Vivian? What's up, Miss Tosh? Hello. Go to twitch.tv/Queen Katrina and you'll see the video that I'm reacting to. It just aired today. It's got me and a bunch of other little people in it. We're all answering, like, questions. Center, oh my gosh. Girl, I will remember that. I'll make sure to read your fortune in a minute. I say a minute, but really it'll be like an hour. Okay, wait, what? And now I'm looking at this JC thing. Oh, it was with Bailey. So he said the N-word twice. Like, she got the point originally, and then she tried to tell him that she shouldn't have said it at all. He was relating the M-word to the N-word, which it's completely two extreme historical differences. Yes, the M-word was made to label people who had less rights than able-bodied people, but you just can't relate that to the N-word having the same historical connotation. Aubrey says, period. All right, Winter Baby, I understand if you can't stay up. I spot you, I got you, and if we don't get to your fortune, you will be my first fortune when I come back. ASMR transcription. ASMR typing, baby. What's up, John? Sin Twisted, Harley. Please check out twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. Aubrey, don't get me started. Get started, boo. Girl, get started. And we need to do some live chats on these together. Okay, let's keep going.
I actually see it as an advantage. I just don't wish what I went through like to anyone.
I don't think anybody's trying to change your mind because, man, be in your young 20s and enjoy it, you know what I mean? But also, there's an element where you never know what you're going to get no matter what, you know? And
unless you adapt. And that's where you know.
I think even that, I mean,
but the gene is right there. Then my grandchildren still have like the thing about to bring it. I was just trying to cut my line right here.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think that's just the like. I don't want to say that comes off as defeatist because it is something to think about nowadays. Like, do you want to pass down the dwarfism gene? A lot of people think that is, we should spread dwarfism across the land because it brings awareness and it brings hope and it brings inspiration and like all of these things, like just you being you as a little person walking down the street. It makes me sad when he says he wants to end his dwarfism lineage because what is the world without little people? Like, what is the world going to be 20 years from now that they've found a cure to inject little people, children, with a dose of something before they hit puberty that will allow them to grow 50% more than they would have without it? Like, these are all really hard things to accept for, I imagine, like someone like JC, who seems like someone who, if he could take a pill or an injection, he would change himself tomorrow. Maybe he would, you know, say different. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but, you know, it's difficult to come to a decision. But like he said, he has thought about it. He's mature about it because he said, like he says, if he has a partner and they talk about it, the decision becomes so much easier if you have a partner who is willing to be strong for you on that journey as a little person trying to have children. Whether your partner is a little person or average height. He does say that later? Okay. Aubrey says, I will admit I was sad when he said he wanted to cut his line. Exactly. Especially since the only reasons he didn't want to have kids was just because of dwarfism. I know. He says, if the world was more accepting and accessible, I really wonder if his answer would have been different. Would his answer be different if he had access to give his children those injections? I don't know. I've only seen people in England getting them. But maybe he would change his mind. He would have more peace of mind. I don't know. Rebecca says, oh, cut my line. I thought you said he wants to cut his life. No. My mom. Oh, my God. Hi, BLB. She says, I feel sad, too. I want a grandchild. Oh my God. Girl, I have to teach myself Twitch first, okay? That was hard enough. That took enough of my attention. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the biddies. What's up, Big Jules? Listen, anybody who is watching Insta Live, check out twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. Follow along. You will see that we are reacting to Spectrum's episode of Little People, Jubilee Media. Okay, let's do this.
Appreciate when people offer.
Thank you to everyone watching.
Help.
Thank you to all the lurkers.
3, 2, 1, go.
I appreciate when people want to help.
The only two women came over to strongly agree. So I can attest that definitely I appreciate the help. To do a lot of things on a daily basis, being this small, is really challenging. Prime example, going to the grocery store. All the stuff that I want is always on the top shelf, of course. So, you know, half the time if there's not somebody around, I have to actually do the climbing, it's like rock climbing all the way to the top to get what I want. But I love it when there's somebody on the aisle. I don't hesitate. I ask for help.
I had average height family members when I was a kid. Back then, we didn't really have an understanding of people with disabilities. And so it would be very much that thing of like,
Ooh,
prove to me you can do it if I wasn't here. And that used to upset me so badly.
Oh gosh, I'm kind of calling people out right here. Listen, if I go grocery shopping, I go with friends, I go with family, or I go for a couple things, you know? I love the invention of Instacart. I hate going to the grocery store, honestly. Unless it's with friends and it's just for a few things, having a little night out, getting some little lunch. Love going to a trip, you know, for the deli, some chips and salsa. But to be a little person and go to the grocery store, all the shit they put, like, out for you is candy, soda, and, like, bars of soap are on the bottom shelf, you know? Like, there's no real, like, way, like, it doesn't make sense for you to go to the grocery store and, like, literally steal one of the workers away, especially during the pandemic. Steal one of the workers away and then be like, okay, and now can you get this for me? And now can you get this for me? And now can you get this for... And, like, they basically be pushing a shopping cart around for, like, an hour with you. They'd have to pick up every single thing. You know what I'm talking about? It just doesn't make sense. Aubrey says, thank you for highlighting your message, BLB. Aubrey says, I'm so excited to react to this LMAO. I had so many thoughts on this part. Y'all, if you haven't yet, go watch the Aubrey Smalls show on YouTube after this happens. Smash, destroy that subscribe button for Aubrey Smalls. Aubrey says, I rarely go alone to the store unless it's for 2 or 3 things, and I only do pickup and delivery. BLB says, not me. I hope I didn't do that. Girl, you know who I'm talking about.
You can do it if I wasn't here. It would be very much that thing of people with disabilities. And so it would be very much that thing of like, prove to me you can do it if I wasn't here. And that used to upset me so badly. I would be in a perilous position where I might break my back before I would ask for help. So if I'm in a position to be like, ask for help, I always think that it ends up opening more conversations to people to show that you are confident to not be afraid to ask for what you need.
I try and get like
Boop,
things like,
boop,
yo, I want to hire you.
Katrina. You know? Boop, boop. I stood up for myself in the past. No, my mom didn't do that. My mom, she taught me how to ask for help. She taught me how to be open to discovering new ways of getting things done for myself, or she would help me come up with a solution. Friends would help me too, and a lot of observing Little People and going to Little People of America conventions taught me a lot too. What's up, Ozzy? Christoph? Alex? Christoph? ZD, I was correct. We were just talking about you. I'm reacting live on twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. We're watching the Spectrum video live. And you're in it, baby! Christoph just popped into the Instagram live. Yes! Give me more. Tier 1 sub. Gift the community. Gift the sub. Thank you, sub. Thank you. Aubrey, I love that you gifted it to Haley. You guys are the shit. I love you. Thank you so much for the biddies. Aubrey says, how am I supposed to carry around a pack of water or push a shopping cart? Just don't. It's not meant for you, sweetie. Because little people aren't supposed to drink water. Little people aren't supposed to walk home with a lot of groceries. Only 1 apple and 1 milk carton at a time is about what we're capable of in the eyes of society. Rebecca says, I know here in the city, if you go to Trader Joe's, they will legit give you a personal shopper. What? Is that in New York? Or in Los Angeles? My grandma told me you can give your list to a customer service clerk and they will do the shopping. Shut up. Are you serious? Cade, what's going on? Seeking for Humanity, hello. Check out twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. You'll see we're reacting to a video live all about the Little People community that premiered today that me and some other little people are in. Meaning testing you. Your outfit was giving. What? Thank you. Haley, thank you so much for visiting. Keep me hydrated. BLB, I do need some water. You know, I haven't had like any today. Rebecca, this was like 6 years ago. Especially, they won't say no because it's legit them saying no. I mean, they have to do that for people with disabilities, elderly people. I'm sure elderly people go early in the mornings, and you know, it's probably easier for a shopper to come. But honey, I am on the go, 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 go. I cannot be standing there trying to make small talk with the person at the Ralph's or the Vaughn's or the Whole Foods, you know? Like, sometimes you just gotta go. And that's another thing that I think was a survival method that my family taught me, was like, as long as you're pleasant and grateful, people will gladly help you. As long as you ask, they are almost wanting more than ever to help you. But some days, honey, you're not feeling grateful. You're not feeling good. You want to go home. You're tired. You paid your dues for the day. You worked a full 9 to 5. You don't want to keep making small talk all day. You just want to run in and run out. But now you got to stand there and ask everybody to help you wash your hands, help you do your shopping, help you put your credit card in the machine, help you put your freaking PIN number in. I've had to tell strangers what my PIN number is before. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get some water because I am kind of thirsty. Let me put a little... What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? We interrupt this program to bring you... Thank you to everyone who has stuck around. Mr. DJ, watch on Twitch. Anybody lurking on Insta Live, please go to twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. You'll see what we're reacting to. What's up, people of the sun? Thanks for stopping by. Mr. DJ, you got it. No, you got it. All right. Aubrey says, when I go shopping, I'm trying to not be perceived. I just want to shop in peace and get back home. You know, I had this illusion once, Aubrey. And my mom, when I was little, used to take me to the grocery store. And they had miniature carts that were so cute. And so useful. And I felt so useful. And I used to push them alongside her. And I was genuinely holding the groceries that I could carry. And I felt that I was helping myself and my mother and society. I must have been like, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something. Everyone stole the grocery carts. Everyone stole the miniature grocery carts, so they stopped implementing them all over the city. I was so depressed. My mom says, I did teach you to delegate everything and do your work, then do fun things. True. Or I tried to make my work fun. Aubrey says it's so true, though. My mom says, delegate it to the shoppers on Instacart, fluff and fold, cleaning lady. Wait, just make sure that you can work enough so you can delegate. That's true. I have tried doing that. now I have a place where I can actually do my own laundry, and I love it. I want to delegate that to myself so I can do it anytime, any day, anywhere. Anywhere you go, let me go to. Laundry, that's all I ask. What's up, Brew Witch? Y'all, my Insta is about to die, my phone. Let me plug this in. You will. Okay. Let's finish this soon. I see people dropping like flies, y'all. I know it's late. And you got work tomorrow. You will curse the day you did not do. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's try this again. Okay. Mr. DJ, I have arrived. Rebecca says, I love that advice, BLB. Mamas know best. Truth. Aubrey says, oh my God, the Trader Joe's near my house has mini carts I use every time. No way! Mr. DJ says, your layout is such a throwback, MS Paint. I love it. I love you. Thank you so much for picking up on that. You're the bomb. You're the millennial bomb. We need 100% dwarf production of Phantom. How did you know my dream? I actually want to do 100% dwarf production of Wizard of Oz. I think that'd be amazing. And then all the average height people can be the Munchkins. Aubrey says I'll be Christine in Phantom. With Katrina as the Phantom. Do you know that once on tour of Love Never Dies, someone asked me, what is your dream role of any musical? The only one that could come to my head was Phantom. And I was like, he's so mysterious. He gets to be booming. And, the costumes he gets to wear. Oh, my God. I'm unemployed now, so you got me till whenever. Hey, let's do this. So far, we've only been on for an hour and 8 minutes, but I'm down to keep going. We still have a little bit of the video. Amazing. Who would I be in your Oz? Aubrey says. Gosh, Aubrey. Aubrey, you would have to be Scarecrow. Right? If I'm Dorothy, if I'm not Dorothy and I'm just the evil producer backstage, I'm making you Dorothy, Aubrey. He's the man behind the curtain. Aubrey, that would be such a good role for you as the wizard. Can I be Glinda? Oh my God, that would be so fierce. Aubrey wants to be a dumb blonde for once. Bitch, I've seen you dye your hair blonde. You can be dumb more than once if you want, though. Just kidding. Let me come down in a bubble and do a cameo. Yes. Several paid cameos. Would you rather be Dorothy or Elphaba? Oh my God. I'm a Wicked fan, but I have no desire to be in Wicked. I'll watch the hell out of it, though. Okay, let's rewind a little bit. Let's start again.
So badly, I would be in a perilous position where I might break my back before I would ask for help. So if I'm in a position to be like, ask for help, I always think that it ends up opening more conversations to people to show that you are confident to not be afraid to ask for what you need.
I try and get like things myself, you know.
He's a climber.
Oh, yeah.
You climb?
I'll use the
Climbing,
cart.
yeah.
I'll just like take the soda box, pile them up,
Grab
even if
another
I'm,
cart,
like, you know,
just
with
be
my
like,
wife
all
or
right, cool.
whatever. But like, it's one of those things where I try and do it myself first. But if I can't, I don't have an issue being like, yo, and just being like, I'm gonna need you to get that. And they're like, oh my gosh, can I get that for you? And they like freak out and they like feel like they just did the best duty of the day. And
Yeah, I'm with you on that because like I'm not trying to like be rude to those people that offer their help. It's just like I know you're trying to be helpful, but I need to know how to do this.
Wait, I have a question for you guys. So you guys climb?
Yes.
I climb too, but this is my only problem with that. When I see someone really hot or someone that like I don't know, that I find really hot, I can't.
Oh, you use the moment.
I can't do the climbing thing when there's someone really hot next to me. So what I do is like I just don't get the thing. I just don't get it.
Why don't you just ask them? That way you start a conversation with them. Why don't you ask them?
Yeah, I was gonna say it opens
That's a great
up.
in, man.
yeah, it opens
Right?
up.
It's
Yeah.
like,
hey,
I just give up. I'm like,
an
I
icebreaker,
get that next
for
time.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? I normally climb.
Yin and yang, you know?
I actually went out of my way and bought like a toy claw, like one of those like grabby toy claws, like
Somebody
to go to a
just
grocery
got
store.
me
It's like,
that
oh, I need to
on
grab
my
a bag of
Amazon
chips. It's like,
wishlist,
okay, I cannot climb this. So I'm
baby.
just gonna use this claw. Boom.
Toy claw grabber thing. I actually need one for my laundry. Because when I was trying to reach inside my washing machine the other day, I almost fell in, y'all. I almost fell in. Like a scene out of a movie making fun of a little person. I'm not even kidding. And I was like, oh my God, like, if I got trapped here and I freaked out and, like, couldn't breathe, like, how embarrassing would that be to be found in that position? Rebecca says, I would be better off as Scarecrow. I scream at everything. Dan says, Wicked needs Dwarf Elphabas and Glindas. Yes. What does Elphaba sing? Defying gravity. Someday I'll try. Defying. I don't remember what she says. Now I'm dreamcasting all of us in an LP Wizard of Oz. Yes, oh my God. Okay.
I like being little. 3, 2,
This was a really
1,
hard one.
go.
It took me a long time to get as far as, you know, do I ever wish I was not a little person? No, I'm very confident in my skin and who I am. I don't know, I think that just came from like age and just acceptance. And I finally got to a point of accepting this is the situation, and now I love it.
I'm really happy in my skin. I have made such incredible friends, and I know beautiful people with dwarfism, and maybe I wouldn't know them if I didn't have dwarfism. The reason why I'm not on that line
Okay,
is
close
because
up.
I surf, and I wish my arms were a little bit longer so I could paddle into bigger waves. Otherwise, I'm all good.
Obviously, there are going to be moments where it's like, oh, this would be a lot easier if I was average height. But like, it's just fun finding things about being a little person that like makes you enjoy it, because like average height people can't really say the same. It's like, because since the world is built for average height people, it's like, you know, everyone can do a lot of the same things.
We only live once, and this is our life, and this is what we were set to do. Live it the best you can, and like Kevin was saying, you know, like there's so many different discoveries you can find out about yourself.
Yeah, I somewhat agree, because when I was in my late teens, I went down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out dwarfism history itself. And it's so hard to find because the community has been completely like demolished through the media. When I looked back, I found that little people were worshipped in ancient Egypt, and that really woke me up. And when I kept continuing down that, I saw that they were given high power positions, and I started realizing it was a prevalent thing in other cultures, and people would come up to me and try to pat my head or kiss my face, and it really threw me off at first. And then I started realizing in other cultures that it was like a negative thing to not touch a little person.
And I agree with all you guys are saying, but I will be lying to myself and I will be lying to you guys if somehow a blue fairy tale just fairy just come here and give me the opportunity of just being normal, I would probably pick it. But I understand.
Oh my God, see, I didn't even remember that he said that. I did not even remember that he said that. That is crazy. Yeah, he does strike me as someone who, if he could wake up and take a pill tomorrow, he would. And maybe that's sad for some people. Maybe that's totally okay for others. And I think all that matters is that it works for that person, I guess. Aubrey says, I want to hang out with her so bad. About Allie, I know. I want to go to brunch and be fabulous. Aubrey, I bet you $1 million she'd hang out with you in a heartbeat when you come to LA. We could definitely hang out with her. She's practically a neighbor. We love Christoph. Yes, we do. Thank you for the sound alerts, Brittany bitch. Aubrey says, Katrina, after this part of the video, I literally paused it to write down an idea for a movie about an Egyptian LP royalty, LMFAO. That's crazy because my friend the other day and I were talking about a movie based on a little person in ancient Egypt. And a lot of it stemmed from a best friend of mine's father who was a psychic and a medium. And he told me when I was a teenager, you were a middle-class Egyptian in a past life. He told me this when I was like 15 or 16. And we were like, oh, ha ha ha, okay, ha ha ha. That's pretty cool. Only middle class, ha ha ha, okay. But then as I got older, the more and more I thought about it, I was like, that's so weird. That stuck out to me. It was so specific, middle-class Egyptian. When I went into the breakdown of little people being worshipped in ancient Egypt, I found that the majority of the reason why that was the case was because they were the ones that were the treasurers. They held on to the jewels. They took care and groomed the royal pets and were in charge of the royal pets. Like, they were given all of these jobs that would have been just below the elite. They were given jobs of power to dole out where money went for animals and royal jewels and stuff like that. And there's a ancient Egyptian god named Bes that you can actually look up. And you can see a statue of that they've found over the years. I still need to keep going and deep diving. I have a book that has some information on it, but yeah. Let's rewind him a second.
But I understand exactly all you guys are saying, and I identify a lot with all these experiences. So yeah, so that's my only thing. But hey, we're here and we're making the best out of it, and I'm so proud of all of you guys. And I'm happy that I met you, and yeah, that's.
I'm happy I met me too.
And that is officially a wrap, you guys.
I'm so glad they added in.
Awesome.
Good to see you.
Nice meeting you.
Hey.
Nice meeting you guys.
Oh, that was cute at the end. Why do little people have to be so GDQ? Rebecca, did they ask you more questions than this? I don't know if they asked us more question than this. Hess might remember because he was there. But I know everybody answered each one. And a lot of us answered pretty long. Oh my God, Hess, I freaking love you. Thank you so much. Y'all. My homie. Okay, I know you might get bored, but I'm sorry. We gotta watch this twice. Because the love of my life reacted to this video. His name is Hassan, or they call him Hasanabi, and he is an amazing streamer who I get a lot of news from. And during the pandemic, he really helped me out a lot, like making things make sense that were going on politically. He would break things down. He's not afraid to look at things from one side or the other. He goes and deeps dive, you know, in the ways that I believe somebody who actually cares about journalism is like doing a good job at it. Because you can deep dive both sides of a story and tell them, you know. Someone says, oh my God, Mr. DJ, thank you so much for subscribing, dude. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Y'all, 7 subscribers? What is this? I love this so much. And I literally just moved out and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling self-confident. We got those 7 subscribers, baby. I just got the internet going. Let's do this. Bubba Master says Hassan, formerly known as Woke Bay. I just think he is so... Listen, like a nice date with him would be chilling in the room, waiting for him to be done with an 8-hour stream as I watch anime or something in the other room. Just waiting for him to return with his deli-style food from the grocery store. Rebecca says, there were people complaining about the fact that there were no LPs in wheelchairs, but I have to say for this video, there were so many people of diversity. Listen, that's true. You know what? Before we go to that reaction video, I want to see what the comments are like. Can you guys see this? Or should I zoom in? Oh. Can you guys read these? No. Maybe I'll zoom in a little more. Can you guys see this writing? Let's go. Oh, hell to the no. Let's sort by top comments first. Let's look at these comments, honey. What's up? Hello, everybody on Insta. Check out twitch.tv/Queen Katrina. Oh, hold on. Let me end this live stream. Y'all, it's been real. Share to IGTV. Select a cover. Y'all, see, this is why I need a social media person. Haley, where the hell are you? We need to talk about this. I know you'll be able to pick all the cute cover photos. Okay, title. Reacting to Spectrum Jubilee video live on Twitch. My phone always spells Twitch Twatch. Twatch.tv. Okay, it's posting. These emotes are ballin'. Fats Timbo commented. That is so crazy. Y'all, if you haven't already seen it, my YouTube, I put together a video of me reacting to Fats Timbo, this person who's commenting right here. A very popular little person, influencer. I mean, she's just an influencer who happens to be a little person, but... Oh, wow, y'all. IGTV allows you to... what's it called? Stream longer than an hour. Fascinating. Oh my god, I'm so thirsty. You twatch. I'm a twatcher. Do you remember the South Park episode about Britney Spears? It's Britney Twatch. Wait, someone says, does that comment come from someone whose last name is O'Connor? Are they related to me? Whoa. That's crazy. I hate the people who are mean to these guys. I agree. People forget they're human beings. I hate people who are mean in general. Oh boy. I drop kicked that child in self-defense. Okay, cool. Fats Timbo. As a little person myself, I prefer the term little person because I feel like it classes me as a person, and I feel as human as everyone else. The term dwarf almost makes me sound like a mystical creature, but I don't mind it if it's used in a medical context. Interesting. I like it because of both. Listen, I'd love to be known as a mystical creature. I'd rather think someone is a mystical creature above anything else, but that's just me. Here's my homie Hess. Aw, I love your channel. I found you through Queen Katrina. Yay! You're the top comment, bitch! Yes! Okay. Sorry, I just screamed. Interestingly, I always thought dwarves in movies and stories were actually little people and not mythical creatures. I always thought little people was the offensive term, because I thought adults wouldn't like to be called little. That's a fair thing I hear sometimes, but also, like, we gotta choose something, you know? Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the biddies. Lord of the Rings gang, anyone? Oh my god. Listen, you know, I need to rediscover Lord of the Rings now that I'm a little bit older. When I saw it in theaters, y'all, I was snoozing. Although I did like the third one. I liked the third movie. Someone says, ha ha ha, dwarf. What? Dwarf, also known as midgets, are mythical creatures that live in Midgetopia and are aggressive creatures. Look like an average person, but are really short. Is this? I don't know what that's from. What they're quoting. Someone says, I was never sure of the PC term. When I was little, I used to think midget was discriminatory since it sounded like I was addressing someone as a thing, while dwarf reminded me of dwarfs from Lord of the Rings, who I thought were brave, funny, and cool. Yes, so brave and funny and cool that they needed average height people to play dwarves in movies. Isn't that so fucking annoying? Oh, wow, that was someone who was 8 years old thinking about that. That's kind of interesting. I saw your video about ghosting. Glad you made it work. Oh, that's someone like reacting to Fats Timbo. Midget is better. Yeah, no, sweetie. I'd never call a little person a midget. We like you. People tried physically picking her up. How is that okay, for fuck's sake? This is so weird to see this many people reacting to some random thing that's happened to me in my life multiple times. That's so weird. What the Hess says, I will guide you. Guide me. It is not okay to physically engage with people without getting their consent first. Okay, we'll give that a like. Even though that's should be common knowledge. That's basically assault. What the hell is wrong with these people? Boop, boop. Can't even imagine folks attempting a pick. Really? You can't imagine that? You have to be smaller than average for people to want to pick you up. That's true. Same. I'm 5'2", and I have even been suddenly picked up, spun around at parties, etc. It is startling. Can't imagine how these women feel. Speak on it, queen. Jordan. People think they can just do anything with others and be fine. Blah, blah, blah. I hate when people touch me just randomly. I would have a panic attack. People would ask for permission after picking you up. Oh, that's so annoying. Whenever you're under 5'2", people just want to pick you up. Yeah. A lot of short women speaking up. It was always dudes trying to feel up on me. You know, I've been told that before too, and I don't think I was picking up on that. I'm so happy the ladies took up the issue with women's safety, especially as a little person being scared of just being picked up and taken advantage of. It's so true, guys. Like, this is I think they cut out this part of the edit, but it was me basically saying, like, that is a part of rape culture. Like, sorry to use that word to anyone offended without a trigger warning. But, you know, that kind of culture allows it to perpetuate the idea that someone who is little and a female wants to be picked up without you asking for their consent, or the fact that you would just feel confident enough to do it without making that person feel uncomfortable. Rebecca says, I've never been even attempted to be picked up. They know this ass would break their back. Y'all, Rebecca, she's LP, and she's being open about having a donk, okay? So let's support her right now in this. Mr. DJ says, I feel like picking up people randomly is just a super weird flex. You're telling me. You are telling me. Rebecca says, like, where is that even okay? I've never been around that. You know, I think it's like, it's a bar culture thing. It's a frat, sorority, college thing. It's being in the club, people feeling carefree. They're not thinking about the mistakes, you know, that they may make as much. DJ says, I'm a husky man, and I've only ever had people try to pick me up like a feat of strength. Oh my God, that can get so annoying too. I've hung out with friends like who have to deal with that a lot. And it's always weird, he says. Dan says, 90% of my elementary statistic classmates ask me to do their homework. Yeah, I suck at math. Y'all, I had to repeat every math class I ever took in my life. And people still asked me to cheat still asked to cheat off of my math homework. So weird. What? I'm a large man, but once in a while I think about being picked up and taken advantage of. Better yet, have a whole group of little people tie me down and they all assault below me. Oh, people of the internet. Why was this comment edited? How do we look at... We can't look at the edited, huh? That's ridiculous. A kidnapper isn't gonna think of the Second Amendment before kidnapping someone? What? Oh, he must have mentioned something about the Second Amendment and then edited it out. Weird. Weird. Rumors spread fast. Ha! Oh my god. Big sexy, honey. Big. Big. Huge sexy. 1 subscriber. Sounds about right. Where were we at? Oh my god. There's so many comments. There's 1,500 comments, y'all. How many views on this video? 160,000? How many is it since we've... Oh my god, almost 190,000 views since 9 a.m. this morning. Wow. The people want to know. Do the little people take advantage of people with the name Big Sexy? No, the people want to know, do little people think the same? And I think it's so rare to step into the community of little people and have little people outnumber average height people on screen is really rare. And I think that's so cool of Jubilee to do that. Is no one going to talk about Vinny looking... Oh my god, this like a Vinny simp comment thread? I love that. DJ says he just wrote the plot to Gulliver's Travels. So you're saying the Big Sexy could be played by Jack Black? Large man with insecurities. It was likely an instant comment that got likes and they edit the comment for comedy. Interesting. Okay. Imagine if he had a regular sized dinklage. Oh boy. People think that he's like reminding them of Logic, the rapper. He does not look like Peter Dinklage. They happen to have the same type of dwarfism, achondroplasia, which gives the same bone structure of the face. That is true. I don't think that Vinny looks like Peter Dinklage, but they do have the same bone structure. Where's he at? Where is he?
Into your face, you know, they're right there.
Oh, damn it. I'm so terrible with the computer.
And invitations into your
I am going to
face,
tell you guys something right here. Jack Black is big sexy. Okay, listen. So that comment is correct in saying that. There is the most common type of dwarfism. It's called achondroplasia. There are over 250 different types of dwarfisms that are out there in the wild, in the world, that have been discovered. We don't even know truly the undiscoverable ones. You know, maybe there are countries where people who are, you know, not able to find the same medical care for their dwarfism may go their entire life without knowing what type of dwarfism they have. Once you find out the type of dwarfism you have, you can go move forward from there with a better look at what your medical history is and what your medical future is going to look like and what you should look out for, some preemptive things you might want to do, and things that you might want to stay away from. As far as bone structure goes, the most common type of dwarfism, achondroplasia, basically has to do with arms that are a little bit bowed here. Their hands, they call them tridents because there's a little bit of a gap here in their fingers. And people with achondroplasia have definitely larger heads than an average height person because it literally, the bone structure changes the shape of their head as they're growing in the womb. And as ultrasounds ended up becoming more useful in the 1900s, people were able to see very early on in their pregnancies if they were going to have a little person with achondroplasia as a child, for a baby. In my case, a little different, because I have a type of dwarfism called pseudo-achondroplasia. I was given an average height person shaped head, but with extremely dwarfed arms and legs that didn't really show up until I was about 3.5. But I was still very short. And then by the time you're 4, that's when the bowing and everything on my type of dwarfism, pseudo, like really starts taking hold. Whereas when Vinny was a child, they would have known right off the bat he was a little person. Doctors didn't know I was a little person until I was like 3 almost, something like that. Yeah. And I've known little people who, there's a nose bridge thing that is also affected. I wish I was using better language for this. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I promise. I've known people who have a very concave nose bridge who have achondroplasia. And one of my friends in school, she literally never smelled in her whole life because her nose bridge was so concave on the inside. And when she was 16, she got a nose job and they popped her nose bridge out. And for the first time in her life, she was able to smell. She was able to freaking smell for the first time in 16 years of life. Like, think of how many memories you have from smell that you pick up. Like, and then it makes me wonder, what other senses of hers did she hold more strongly than her sense of smell? You know, it's wild to think about. Vinny, I don't know if he has that issue, because his nose bridge does not look as concave as, like I said, my friends in the past did who needed the nose job in order to fix her sensory glands. Anyway. Rebecca says, oh, I missed something. DJ says, this reminded me Peter Dinklage is in the new Toxic Avenger remake and now I'm amped. That's cool for him. Where's the female little person doing action scenes? I want to know. DJ says, oh wait, Rebecca says, funny story about Vinny. LOL, no one asked for it, but it's great. His sister and my really good friend's sister were in the same class. Less than 3 degrees of separation. I promise it happens more often. That's so weird. I only knew about it because he asked how I knew Vinny, and I had to give the blank stare of, we're LPs. Oh my god, I used to get that all the time. Like, people come up to me in the city and be like, oh my god, so-and-so. And I'd be like, no, that's another little person. And they're like, oh my god. Well, and then I'm like, but to be fair, I do know them. And then they're like, well, see, you're both little people. I thought you were one of them. You know, it's always like a thing. Rebecca says, deviated septum. That's what it is. Okay. So she got that fixed. And she was able to breathe out of her nose, which she was never able to do, a friend of mine. DJ says, I'm genuinely learning a lot, and I appreciate it. I'm so glad to hear it. You're in the right place, Hess says. All right, let's go back to the comments. What do we got? We're looking at Vinny comments. Someone thought it was Peter Dinklage. It's so dumb. Like, use your brain. I could have sworn he was an actor. He looks like the guy from Elf Who Attacked. No, he doesn't. He doesn't look anything like that. Someone says little people can take advantage of you. I had a little person who liked me. She had regular size kids, 3 of them. LOL. She's getting it. Someone says he immediately gave me Pete Wentz vibes. That's so real. Vinny, if you see this, 1000% Pete Wentz. My heart goes out to anyone whose physical appearance subjects them to humiliation, shame, belittlement. We are all beautiful specks of stardust in the infinite universe. Truth? Okay. See, then people want to go on YouTube and just be oppositional. Like, why? Virtue signaling. Oh my god. Okay. Kind of. They seem to like the term little people. As someone who doesn't have dwarfism, this kind of surprised me. I think I'll just stick to individually asking what they prefer to be called. To the people telling me to call them by their name, I was talking about descriptions. I'm not going to call them little person X every time we meet. If I went missing, I'd want people to describe what stands out. My height, hair, and race make me stand out. Jeans and a t-shirt isn't the first thing you say. If I don't want to offend someone while describing them, I might as well ask first. That's so crazy. You never hear, like, little person X has gone missing. You know? I think that'd be, like, that would be crazy. That would be insane. Come to think of it, I've never even seen that. You just gave me a story idea when you said, where is the female little person action star? Write it. I'll star in it. I'm there. Boop, boop. Wow, 48 replies. I mean, basically, the argument is the medical term is dwarfism. Oh my god, people are arguing. No one said otherwise, and I'm sure this person isn't asking, "What's up, little person Josh?" every time he wants to talk to someone. That's hysterical. People are curious how to approach if they want to ask something related to their height and or if the occasion comes up where they need to be described. What is the best way to describe them? This reminds me of a story my sister told me the other day about how she was at a party in college and there was another little person there who was kind of cute, and she was just trying to like start conversation with him because they were just standing there with their friends. And she said that she was like, "Oh, my sister's a little person. Do you go to LPA often?" Like, just starting conversation. Which I'm like, okay, girl, I love you. Little bit of a basic question. Just because a lot of little people in America, anyway, get asked, "Oh, do you go to LPA?" You know, if somebody knows another little person, they might know Little People of America, where a lot of the community of little people congregates. But to be fair, if you are a kind and cordial person, a little person, you may just answer back, "Oh yeah, you know, I do know LPA. You know what? I do go a lot." Or, "No, I don't, but that's cool. Your sister's a little person." Whatever. She said that this guy turned to her and was like, "I don't need to go to LPA. I crush chicks. I get enough chicks. I crush them." And she was just like, "All right," and like floated away, like onto the next person to talk to. So awkward. She was like, he was not in a good mood when I asked him that. And I was like, maybe he just doesn't sound like he was in a good mood at all. And thought that she was trying to suggest that he should go to Little People to meet a girl, which a lot of families do. They like encourage the hell out of little people. Go meet your mate. Go, like the way I feel like the way my Jewish friends describe going on a birthright trip, where the docents like sit with you and they try to get you to like hook up with each other and stuff, and try to get you to get married and hook up. I imagine it. I don't imagine it. I know from experience people who ask that and then assume like, well, you should go to LPA. Like, you'll meet someone there. You'll meet a guy. You'll meet a girl. You'll get married. You'll have kids. Like, all because you went to a Little People of America convention. Just because you're a little person, yeah, you have dwarfism in common with someone else, but it doesn't mean that they're the right mate for you because of your disability. Dan says, "Oh, DJ, share your story when you're ready." Dan says, "Having seen the DEH trailer, I love Ben Platt, but I personally think Evan should be casted someone like Peter Dinklage without the beard." Oh, Dear Evan Hansen trailer. You know, I did a couple auditions for Dear Evan Hansen, and I'm interested to see how they end up changing the movie from the stage version. Yeah, it'll be interesting. DJ, I crush chicks. I don't like that phrase at all. Listen, honey, me either. But I'm about to crush this water. Thank you, Dan. Okay. All right. Let's see. Dwarf is definitely offensive. Okay, honey. Speaking from experience. Just because it's the medical term doesn't mean society hasn't changed the definition to mean some mythical short little gnomes. Not to mention that under the definition of dwarf on Google, it labels it as offensive? What? Really? Dwarfism is not offensive on Google. That's not true. If you look up dwarfism, you'll see a lot of medical stuff for it, I think. What is this follow thing? That's cute. Okay. There's some little people in the comments, they said they're offended by dwarf and midget. Okay. You win some, you lose some. Sorry. Okay, all these people are just screaming the same thing at each other. They all agree with each other. That's the sad part, is the majority of people who get in these arguments in the comments agree. Bro, I'm not gonna go out of my way. If someone asks me to describe them, I'll be like, that midget over there. Okay, sweetie. Okay, sweaty. Oh, working on adding the command. Thank you so much. Oh, my story. I had one forever ago as a Western where drag queens ran a saloon and robbed outlaws. That sounds hot as fuck. Rebecca. Oh, going to bed. This was great. Glad my first Twitch was yours. Oh, the first Twitch? You are great, Rebecca. Thank you so much for figuring out how to use it. Sticking around all this time. It's been almost 2 hours. We love you for it. I'm so glad that Aubrey got to be here too with you. There you go, Aubrey. DJ says, I thought to have there be a huge shootout between the saloon and outlaws and have the house mother protect her workers and like basically kick butt. I love that. Oh, that would be so good. Like Westworld with drag queens and no futuristic thing. These people's outfits are on point. Change my mind. 78 replies. What? Wow. Oh my god. Their outfits, huh? That's what your vapid and empty-headed self zeroed in on? What? Someone says, what the hell is wrong with you? 243 likes. Stop judging people by what they wear? What? Oh my god. Short people got drip. I love that. Rebecca, we love you. Good night. Okay. Oh my god. People just want to argue with this person. Okay, from this channel I learned a lot about people and their perceptions than my entire real lifetime. Wow. I wish the videos were longer, more uncut, because the speakers definitely have more to say than a 15-minute video. Honey, that is the damn truth. I think we were there for like 3 hours. Hess knows. I actually apologize because I used to think midget was the actual term for little people. I went to Cirque du Soleil and there was a little person on a balloon. I love that act. And it was super cool. Haley, if you're still out there, someone showed me this. It was Haley showed me this act. A little person in Cirque du Soleil. I believe it's their show about death. And it is highlighting a little person attached to a balloon, and people like bounce her feet off in the stands, and like she flies all around the stage. Oh, okay. There for 3 hours, recorded for 2 hours. Yeah, that was how long we were there. And then they edited that into 15 minutes. Damn, y'all, I really made a fierce portion of the cut. I mean, the two most important things I wanted them to add from what I said, they added. So, gotta love that energy. Thank you, Jubilee. Thank you, Michael Dante, who directed that segment of Spectrum. One of my favorite ones, Aubrey says, is Corteo. That's cool. I think I auditioned for one of the Cirque du Soleils that had to do with, it was like steampunk. But, yeah, they still needed a person who was way smaller than me with a certain, very specific type of dwarfism. I went to school and referred to this person as a midget. People seriously told me that's what they're called, and now when I look back, it's super rude. A teacher told me to use little person instead, which I thank her for. That was in 5th grade. A few years ago. Stay blessed. 5th grade. A 7th grader is commenting on YouTube. Yeah, a few years ago, I seriously did not know that was offensive until I started watching reality TV that involved little people in it. I would never want to use a derogatory term that hurts people, so I'm glad I learned that word wasn't okay. Okay, Generation Z. You guys are kind of killing it. Oh, wait. Oops. Okay, my heart broke when they talked about being fetishized. It makes me really question the rates of assault are in the LP community. Honey, the rates in the disabled community. It's like 2 in 5 women of the disabled community are assaulted consistently throughout their life. So many communities are fetishized. Yes, that is true. I don't think it's hard to understand that this community is particularly vulnerable to this type of thing. Lisa, I think the point being made is that being a little person adds an additional layer of danger from being so physically small. Boop, boop. That is the truth. I mean, real point was we see communities that are fetishized have higher rates of sexual violence. So true. Like indigenous women are fetishized and are 2.5 times more likely to be assaulted than any other ethnicity, which is why I'm curious about the rates of assault in the LP community. Would be interesting, but nobody really keeps a... that I've ever seen. I don't know anybody medically like that keeps a history or a record of that for our community, you know? That yellow jumpsuit dress is gorgeous. Agreed, it fits her figure and frame perfect. It's so true. Yes, she's like a little princess. LOL. I wonder where these individuals get their clothing if they have to get alterations a lot. Wish there was a question about that. Truth. Did we talk about that? No, I'm sure I mentioned at some point, like, more people, like, people with disabilities have to spend more money if they want clothes that fit them. We have to spend more money on top of an outfit that we already purchased. We also have to spend, you know, a lot of money to get it altered perfectly by a tailor. And that also includes removing half of the material from the garment in order to reconstruct it. But sometimes you just want a shirt really bad, or you want some pants really bad, or you need a suit, you know? It's Allie specifically, though, in the yellow dress, or the yellow jumpsuit, has amazing taste. She's always in the best shoes, really nice handbags, hair always done. It's sad to see how many people will change their attitude towards you just because of the way you look. I literally can't understand what goes through these people's minds. Buck up, be respectful. They look weird to me, so I like staying away from them. Okay, cool. Please keep staying away. What was that? BLB, thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the biddies. I'm shocked by how many people didn't know the word midget is offensive and think little people is derogatory. I've been calling people out for so many years about this. Yes, Laura. I've been watching the show Little Women LA since 2014. And before that, Little People Big World in 2006. And it's been so informative. Laura, we stan you because we know you stand for little people if you've been watching LP shows since 2006, girl. Can we get a round of applause for Laura? Thank you so much for spreading the gospel. It is not a widely known thing that midget is derogatory. That's bullshit. Like, watch a freaking reality TV show in the last 15 years and you'll see. Dan says, I use an umbrella term, different people, among all people with types of diverse issues, including dwarfism. Aubrey says, we love Laura. Round of applause for Laura. People know the M word is offensive, LMAO, even kids do. People know the word midget is a rude word. No one is saying it in a good connotation. Laura is a queen. BLB, thank you for highlighting your message. Thank you for using those channel points. Okay, and then people just go off arguing over semantics. Yeah, but midget literally means little person. How the fuck is that even offensive? My whole life I've thought that it was just a term for a little person. Yeah, that's what's wrong with it. I'm sorry, I like that. Someone says, congratulations, Laura, on being so woke. 10 social media kudos to you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Dude, I don't even have dwarfism, but I was called a midget during middle school a lot of times. Let me tell you, it is not fun to hear that because that word that people use is meant to bring you down. Boop, boop. The end. I like to call them big heads. We're going to give that one a big, fat, big old down vote. Let's see. Because not every country has little person. That's a lie. They just hide them in asylums. In my country, the little person population probably doesn't even pass 1% of the whole population. Duh. Actually, little people are born 1 in every 30,000 births. His name was I'm Small. Oh my god. The guy who said he bought a claw is genius. Like, why don't all of them have one? It seems so useful. I know, honey, I just got one. Simone's boss. Listen, I just got a claw. Someone says this is actually smart because I'm just short in general. Right? Or a stepping stool. Gee, never thought of that one. I'm a little person. Not using a step stool would be like a turtle without a shell, honey. It doesn't exist. I wasn't aware that little people was a term that they would appreciate. That's cool. Yeah. It's not widely known that the word midget is offensive. There are tons of people out there that if you tell them that midget is rude, they will be surprised. But some people say it. They're clearly using it to demean people. Truth. If someone was walking and a little person got in their way, what difference does it make if the person said, "Get out of my way, you fucking midget," or "Get out of my way, you fucking dwarf"? There's no difference. Both words can be used as a way to insult someone's size. Okay, but you're talking about a very specific thing where, again, someone is demeaning someone who got in their way. Like, what? That's not a good analogy. Yeah, I've heard little person, dwarf, and midget used in derogatory ways, but more often used as descriptive terms. The other day, my friend saw a little person at the bar and just pointed out that he's a midget. Hearing their firsthand experience from this video is helpful in understanding why it's wrong. Now, if only every mainstream media news outlet and every fucking producer who ever made an Avengers movie or some shit could put this out there, this issue would be cured like in a day almost. One of these days they should find random people and ask, do all people think the same? Random questions from previous episodes of Spectrum. That's kind of funny. As a 5'2" adult man, I thought I had it bad. Can't imagine what these people go through. Same height, bro. They're strong people. Yeah, we're hella strong. What the fuck, period. Period! Aubrey says. And when dwarf is used as a cut down, it will become obsolete also. Truth. Yeah, you know, short guys, they really have to go through some shit. And you know what? Like, I'm just gonna say it here and now. Trigger warning for this next word. Anybody out there who needs to mute it for a second? The suicide rates for little people men are higher than they are for women. And that is proven. A lot of little people in the community know little people men who have taken their own lives. And a lot of that has to do with their upbringing. And a lot of that has to do with their self-confidence being wounded and feeling emasculated by society over and over and over again. And I can only imagine, because the majority of my guy friends are average height, I know what they go through and what their side of dating looks like from dating apps. And it's like this bullshit about height and women, who want men that are taller than them. Whatever, everybody has their preference. But when the vanity means more than an opportunity meeting as someone who may compliment you very well in your personality, maybe it's just better that you're not with that person that cares that much about height, But it's really hard to do something like that when you're trying to sell yourself on a freaking app, If I put my height on my app, like a dating app, years ago, when Tinder first came out, like 2013, I downloaded it, and it was like, oh, people like putting their height a lot. So I was like, oh, I'll put my height so that people know I'm a little person. And I got less swipes, and I got more message requests from people asking me, before asking anything else about myself, asking me if they can sleep with me. Like, the second I took that off, it became a million people matching and messages just like trying to flirt and still get me to sleep with them, but still more messages of people asking me like, what's my personality like, and da 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 da. And I went out on a few Tinder dates like back 2013, 2014. I went on like 3. And it was interesting. Like, would we have gone on the date if I had added my actual height, which is 3'6"? I don't think that would be the case, because I think when they see 3'6", they're like, that's too short. Like, I wouldn't even be able to have a conversation with that person without being like feeling awkward. And I know this because I've had meetings with people who didn't know I was a little person, like over the phone, or like, you know, I came into, like, I called a business and then I was like, hey, I'm going to come in at this time, da 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 da. And they'll be like, okay, like, we'll expect you. And then I go in and they're just like staring at me blankly. And I'm like, I was here for the blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh. So, I mean, a lot of people disagree with this. A lot of little people, I'll say, would disagree with this. And, like, some overprotective friends and family. But sometimes I will just say, like, you know, if I'm getting a delivery or I have something to pick up or I got a meeting with someone, you know, I'll say, by the way, I'm the very short one. Or you'll see me, I'm standing over here, I'm in this, like, white shirt, but I'm also very, very short. So then it kind of feels like the person is already expecting it, and then they're like comfortable by the time I get there. You know? So I don't know. Okay. Someone says, one dwarf in an action movie besides Peter Dinklage and we'd be set for at least 100 years. 1,000 years. Put a little person in the movie for 1,000 more. Oh. Terms for types of people should not be used for cutting down other people, my mom says. Listen to my mom. Lily says, from the looks of it, I assume it is a very big monitor. Yes, Queen, it is. A very huge monitor. Love you, Mommy. Good night. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you. Love you. Good to see you today. Someone says you should do the reverse version. Do all tall giants and people think the same. That's not a medical condition. Okay, that's a lie. Downvote. That is a medical condition. Gigantism is 1,000% the mirror image of dwarfism, just in the opposite ascending direction. You know? People with gigantism I've hung out with, and they literally go through all of the same shit that little people go through. Except they get asked every single day, do you play basketball? Every single day, someone with gigantism gets asked that. I swear to God. I've hung out with them when it happens. Dan says, making my way downtown, walking fast. BLB, thank you so much for the biddies. Mwah. Someone says, I'm not even a stripper, LOL, that's funny. There's a little person in my school and no one bullies her. She's actually popular. Okay, queen. Once I told her that her eyes were pretty and she said, I know. And I was actually happy that she knew that. I'm happy that her confidence is high. I love that comment. Yes, there is a misconception. I mean, it depends on who you are. There's popular people, there's not popular people. Sometimes you got a disability and you're not popular. Sometimes you got a disability and you are popular. I don't know what the discrepancy is between that. I think what makes you popular is the confidence, like this person says, that is shining, and it ends up just creating like a circle of awareness around you at school. I read the title as Do All People Think the Same? And I was like, they really ran out of ideas, didn't they? That's kind of funny. Someone says, I feel bad for JC, who, if anybody was watching before, he was the one who said he would end his lineage. He's from Big Brother. I hope one day he will fully accept himself and realize how much of an amazing person he is. I think he already has. Check him out in Big Brother 20. That's funny. Why are you assuming he hasn't? Just because he doesn't think the life handed to him was perfect doesn't mean he can't accept or be confident with himself while also acknowledging the issues that come along with it. If anything, this take is dismissive of his own problematic experiences that we wouldn't have to deal with otherwise. Your comment is what's wrong with our culture today. Instead of being honest with ourselves, we act as if very real problems disappear under the guise of blind sympathy and performative .com. Okay, Sebi Warcraft. She was on one. What? Oh my god, I had no idea midget was offensive. You get a like. I appreciate JC's honesty with the last question. Yeah, that's true. I clicked expecting George Memulis to be here. Who is this? My disappointment is immeasurable. Shaking my head, my head. SMH means shaking my head. You don't have to add the extra my head. Oh my god. Who is this George person? The first thing that came up was height. Better known online as Memulus, English YouTuber known for commentary. Oh, is he in a chair? I'm so confused. Why did this person think? I'm lost. All right, I'm over it. People have real problems and their height actually affects their day-to-day life. It's so true. Y'all. I'm a girl. I'm 5'1". I had days that I cried my soul out because I am so insecure about my height. And this video makes me take a step back and rethink my actions. Oh my God. That's intense. I mean, it's okay to be sad. Don't use little people as a way to guilt yourself, please. Memulus, I'm guessing, a joke. Give us Hasan. Okay. You're right. People have to go to bed. Where did that link go? Oh no. Maybe I can scroll up. I'm looking for your link right now, Hess. Here it is.
And then after that, we'll get into, do all little people think the same? Let's see if it's good or not, though.
He actually said the word little person. Little people. I'm so happy. Such a huge fan.
If it's bad, we won't.
When you're at a bar or anything, like someone
If it's bad, we won't. Bitch! If it's bad, we won't watch it. Nothing with little people is bad. That's literally the dumbest thing someone could say. That's a Hasan quote. We need to clip him saying little people.
On what?
That was kind of mid, but
All right, let's watch
a lot of times, what was that loud noise? What was the loud noise? Was there a loud noise? It was just, I think it was Fiona barking in the background. There was no loud noise.
Go off, sis. I always think he's nervous about speaking about people with disabilities because
okay, but if
he's
you just
worried
walked away
about
and said where he was
chat.
going, no one would care, but his dog was barking. That's true. Oh, what I forgot to fucking say was, it's top of the hour every hour, boys. It's time for a 6-second ad break. And if you'd like to no longer see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe.
Speaking
you can do it for free with the Twitch Prime. Here's the ad break now.
I mean, a single commercial
Okay.
break.
Hold on, I'm gonna be back in a second. I gotta wash my hands.
That's the vibe you got too.
And then after that, we'll get into,
I think
do
he
all
gets
little people
weary
think the
about-
same? Let's see if it's good or not,
Oh
though.
my god, I'm dead. I can't believe he actually watched this.
Okay? If it's bad, we won't.
When you're at a bar or anything, like someone randomly.
Why would it be
Or
bad?
you to like strip at my like
And he walks
bachelorette
away.
party or something like that, and it's just like I'm not even.
This
a
is
stripper.
the disrespect. This is the disrespect little people get daily. Just walk away.
The word midget is offensive. 3, 2, 1, go.
Why I somewhat agree is because the
Damn, dude. They just came in hot.
term midget was actually coined
His chat was
back
going
in the
crazy, yeah.
1800s when little people could not, live normal lives. They couldn't go to work a certain way. They couldn't go to school a certain way. And that created
Oh my
an
God, my
actual
heart.
circus lineage.
Like, I'm
of
in his
little people
subconscious
who
somewhere
make their
from today.
livelihood based on the word midget. I understand that it is very painful, and it was very painful for me as a child to hear that word. But I think all of these people have stopped and told someone, like, you cannot refer to me by that. And I respect that as well. But if someone is like, I just don't care, and that's how I make my money, then do you.
It's the ignorant people that use it. It's the fact that people who aren't ignorant, that know the history behind the word or know that the word's offensive, still use the word as the hook, like midget wrestling. Like we don't see it called dwarf wrestling or little person wrestling. We call that word is the hook that brings people.
Wait. I always fuck it up. So dwarf is not inappropriate, right? Or is dwarf also inappropriate? Because I feel like that is... Dwarf is a technical term.
Hasan, this is the most basic I've ever heard you, and it's actually kind of endearing. Low key. High key. Yes. Midget is offensive. that's why people use it as a cut down.
So, I mean, dwarf would be cool. It's like, you know, you get your own fucking warrior class and shit. Like, that's kind of tight. Sounds magical. Gimli's fucking badass. Oh, let me.
People
the condition is dwarfism.
Just says a lot of like, oh, we know it's a bad word. We know it offends you. We just don't give a crap.
I've worked in the entertainment industry for...
Dwarf is like saying the N-word to a black person? Wait, what?
Oh my God, these people
Okay,
are
shut the
so
fuck up, dude.
up.
Okay, I'm sure they're gonna get...
It's so true. Shut the fuck up. Like, speaking on shit you don't know about perpetuates so much misinformation.
Get to that. Actually, this might be one of the more interesting fucking Jubilee videos we've watched because I really don't know. I really don't know. So I'm sure they're gonna fucking talk about it now.
Oh my God, dude, I've also played drums
on tour in a rock and roll band, and I've been reviewed as...
For people who don't know Hasan, like, he always watches these Jubilee videos. And the fact that he just said that, oh my God, that just made my whole year.
Midget drummer. It's really tough to be taken seriously and also take your project seriously when you are referring to us in an offensive way. Ask me what my name is and call me by my name.
People fetishize me. 3, 2, 1, go.
For
I
those
love
of
the
you that
audience
agree, I
poll.
am very curious of what you guys
Yeah,
come
what are
across
you
because
doing
I
all
am
the way
like
up there?
lost here. I'm like, wait, people fetishize about you?
Congratulations, man.
Before meeting my wife, I dated average height women, but it was also like out in public when you're at a bar or anything, like someone would randomly come up to me and friends and be like, yo, I want to hire
People
you
are saying
to
this
like
is the
strip
cutest
at my like bachelorette party
He
or something
walks
like
away
that.
and
it's just
rewinds
like,
it?
I'm not even a
Really?
stripper. Like, I'm just chilling at the bar
I'm
with my
looking at the
friends.
chat.
I feel like as a female little person, we definitely get fetishized a lot. I almost think as a little person too, people don't think we are like real and have like real feelings, like we're some type of like mythical creature.
You know,
or whatever.
I get
and I'm
nervous
like,
when I start
no, I'm
biting
a
my
real
nails.
person.
I
I'm a
never
lady.
bite
And the
my
fact that
nails.
you're talking to me like that it's bad.
I've also done a lot of entertainment.
Bar with my friends.
I feel like as a female little...
They're right there.
Especially when you're in a, like you said, when you're in a bar or a club and
See, I
people are
can't
drinking,
rewind on this thing.
then this gets amplified and it's even more like over the top. A lot of average sized people also look at it like, oh, I've never been with someone like that before. It's almost like a bucket list, you know.
What is
and we're
sex
on
like
it.
with a little person? And how
Yes.
crazy can we get? Yeah.
Can you tell me where you go?
This is so funny because it's like, I'm like such a huge fan of Hasan. This is just so typical of everything with little people. And I know he does this too. And I'm honestly, I'm not taking it that seriously because he always watches Jubilee videos. But it's just so funny to me because it's like, I want to be like, oh my God, Hasan watched this video that I was in today. Let's see his reaction. Let's see Hasan's reaction to what he thinks about do all little people think the same. And his fucking chair is empty. That is literally a metaphor for society. Leaving little people to stand on the corner and figure out shit for themselves in a tall ass, ableist ass world.
Goes to meet these bucket list
Yeah,
people?
I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you. I'll give you some numbers.
I feel like because I'm a guy,
You need
and a
to
little
guest
person,
star in
I don't get
Hasan's Twitch
fetishized,
stream.
like how she
Oh my
said, which
God.
makes me feel very sad. But also,
Okay, what did
like,
I miss? Did they talk about the fetishization? I gotta rewatch that. Sorry, I had to watch. Okay, let's do it.
But it was also like out in public when you're at a bar or anything, like someone would randomly come up to me and friends and be like, yo, I want to hire you to like strip at my like bachelorette party or something like that, and it's just like, I'm not even a stripper. Like, I'm just chilling at the bar with my friends.
I feel like as a female little person, we definitely get fetishized a lot. I almost think as a little person too, people don't think we are like real and have like real feelings, like we're some type of like mythical.
Is being fetishized bad though? Don't we all want to be desired? I'm genuinely confused. I think I've thought that as well. No, because fetishization means you're literally considering them as a fucking object. Like you're
a fucking object.
It's not the same as like desiring someone. You are dehumanizing them and considering them to be like just an object of sexual desire, right? So you're not a human. You are it's dehumanizing. That's the point. Like being, I don't know. I feel like
These comments, I love it.
There's a difference between someone who's just like,
people are calling each other
doesn't
out.
care, doesn't mind, or likes, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like doesn't care, doesn't mind in the way that like little people are undesirable or anything like that. But
it means
someone,
there's a chance.
someone could be attracted, right? But that's different than like
Little people
just straight up being
assemble.
like, I want to fuck a little person. Desiring someone versus desiring something. It's like when you fetishize someone, it's kind of like what are they called? What was it called? Like chasers?
This is like an out-of-body
Like
experience.
a lot of transphobic dudes are chasers. Like there's a lot of fucking, and trans people will tell you this, like there's a lot of transphobic dudes who are chasers who like feel like their desire or their fetishization is like inappropriate. So that's a perfect example of like fetishizing someone while simultaneously hating them and wanting to fucking murder them in some instances. Does that make sense? Alex Jones is a great example of this, where it's like, it's not necessarily a good thing. It's a good thing if you love a trans person and want to fuck them and are dating them, and it's your preference or whatever. But it's not a good thing when you're like, oh, I want to jerk off the trans people, but also they're fucking bad, and I am transphobic.
Someone wrote, I dated chasers and it sucks.
That makes sense?
Wow, his chat
You
is like
government
extra
mandated big titty
smart
gal to
today.
Teacher or whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm a real person. I'm a lady, and the fact that you're talking to me like that it's bad.
I've also done a lot of entertainment gigs like Allie has, and it is an open door to invite all of these skeezy people and invitations into your face. They're right there.
Especially when you're in a, like you said, when you're in a bar or a club and people are drinking, then this gets amplified, and it's
I
even
love that Hassan is
more
fucking
like over the top.
watching
A lot of average size
Ali
people
and Christoph
also
and
look at it
everyone.
like, oh, I've never been with someone like that before. It's almost like a bucket list,
What is
and
sex like with a little person, and how crazy can we get? Yeah.
Can you tell me where you go to meet these bucket list
Yeah,
people?
I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you. I'll give you some numbers.
I feel like because I'm a guy and a little person, I don't get fetishized, like how she said, which makes me feel very sad.
dead.
But also, like, I don't, like, in a weird way, I kind of want to experience that, but also don't with the stuff that you said.
Watch, it's going to happen now.
Yeah.
It's going to happen now.
For sure.
Wait, but I have a question. Do you have social media?
Yeah.
Really? And you
Yeah,
didn't get like
no one has ever slid into my DMs and be like, hey, I want to tower over
They cut
you.
me out
Really?
saying,
I
haven't
mean-
you been on Tinder?
I feel like he's into it though. Like it just feels like he has a kink. You know what I mean?
Kevin. Here comes his reaction after your comment. Oh.
Like I don't. It's just the only reason why he's saying people fetishize me. I disagree. He's like, oh man, people don't fetishize me. Fuck, dude. Like,
You know what's so
my man
crazy
is
is on
down
this
bad,
day, I was
dude.
going to mention Hassan's name at the interview, which is so random. And I was talking about news or like where I gathered stuff from. I can't remember how it came up, but it was definitely around this portion
Like, come on, just a little bit, dude. Come on, bro.
of the interview.
But I have a question. Do you have social media?
Yeah.
Really? And you
Yeah,
didn't get like
no one has ever slid into my DMs and be like, hey, I want to tower over you.
Really? I mean, some of my friends, they normally tell me, oh, you're so lucky because, you know, everyone wants to get like with you and stuff like that. It might be fun one night.
Okay, this motherfucker's Jack, bro.
Or one day when you are like kind of in the mood for it or whatever.
I was just saying that
But
today, JC
in my
is super
case, it's
jacked.
been a nightmare since I started like around like my last years of high school.
I've been an online
That's a gaming watcher, boys, right there. Straight up. That's a variety watcher who likes all Hasanabi content. My dude has fucking calves. Yeah, isn't that the guy from
He likes him.
that JC guy, the Jack dude, was on the TV show Big Brother? Wait, really?
When you are like kind of in the mood for it or whatever. But in my case, it's been a nightmare since I started like around like my last years of high school.
I've been an online sleuth and an online nerd since I was a kid. 15 years of my life is compiled on the internet. And I've spent half of that time warding off what I call LP collectors. Oh, and also if you want to sound cool and you know a little person, you can use the term LP. I would say, because little person. I would have people messaging me, DMing me while I was a teenager up to this day, you know, can I have sex with you because you are a little person? That kind of messes you up as a teenager.
You have to wonder, like, how far is
What the
somebody
fuck?
going to take it?
Exactly.
And then we're little people, and then also
Yes,
we're
exactly.
women. So then it's like, there's a whole safety thing that you have to worry
I'm
about
dead.
too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
are they going to just pick you up and take you off
Well,
somewhere?
I have straight up choked people out, like in defense of someone trying to pick me up so hard and not giving up that I'm actually jamming like my full core and body into their throat just to like get them off of me. I hate it, but it almost makes me like not used to human touch as much because I'm so used to like, do not pick me up. Do not fucking pick me up.
What the fuck?
I want to have children. 3, 2,
I'm dead,
1,
you guys. I'm
go.
dead. I think he was shook by that. I think a lot of men are because they just
wow,
think
we're all
like,
over the
well,
place.
I'm not going to pick up a random woman on the street.
You know, I love
but-
kids. I think they're amazing, wonderful, cute.
But because little people are dehumanized in mainstream media that we all consume, it makes it more shocking when the person we do an interview like this, a little person, then becomes personable. And then when they hear stories about how we're like warding off violence, and I think it always shocks people and they don't see that side of it.
I think that that ship has sailed and sank or whatever. So I don't think that's a possibility for me, but more power to anyone else that does it as a average size person or a little person.
My parents are average height. It was always one of those things where they made me feel like I was just like everyone else. With me and my wife, it's one of those things where I want to bring up a kid and make him feel that same exact way, but explain to him that there's going to be things that are going to be tough. A little mini.
So, I don't know this, but miscarriage rate is really high for little people. It's like a 1 in 4 chance. Okay.
True.
Apologies for coming across as insensitive potentially for this question, but like, is this a genetic trait that passes down? Like, how does that work?
See, they needed to let us talk about more of that in the video.
Because it's not always. Yes, it can be.
Hassan, I'm going to let you know right now, there's over 250 different kinds of dwarfism in the world. Ones that are discovered all the time. New ones. Everybody and their mother and their father carries the dwarfism gene inside of them. And we all share it and we all pass it. Whether or not it mutates when the egg and the sperm come together, or whether it mutates later on with age, or whether it's something right off the bat with an ultrasound that you can see that the person is going to be born with dwarfism, it doesn't matter because everybody still carries the dwarfism gene in them. Everybody still has a 1 in 30,000 birth chance of having a little person for a child.
It is a lethal homozygous condition.
Someone in the comments said that he was ignoring
Dwarfism is a
me.
dominant trait.
Dwarfism is a dominant trait.
So it can be passed down. It's recessive, so not always. So like
it's recessive,
mother with
but my type of
dwarfism
dwarfism is
can give birth to a child without
is a dominant strain of dwarfism. Because I have dwarfism, I will pass it on as my dominant gene if I decided to have a child. Notice me, Sempi. Notice me, Hasan Pi. Notice me, Hasan Pi. Oh my god. Coronacopolis. Bubba Master says, yo, Katrina, call him King Hasanabi. I'm gonna call you Queen Katrina Abi. Is it just more dominant in some people? Yes. It's dominant in little people, and it's dominant in families of average height people who are born to little people parents. Because little people parents can pass on the gene to some children, and some gene that gets passed is just the average height gene. But that means the dwarfism gene is in them now. I had a fraternity brother from college. Brother, mom, and dad all had dwarfism. Truth. Geez, take it to that. I know. I was coughing on my spit. I was like literally salivating while watching this. Okay. I'm dead.
Dwarfism, but the child can then pass it down to their next and it depends on the person. Dwarfism generally is a dominant trait. There's also a recessive form of it as well.
Okay, yes. So much conflicting information in chat. A normal Hasan
Teacher
strain.
play guitar. I don't know.
A lot of the things you said, like growing up, you and I probably relate this in the same way that our parents never really knew how to explain our situation to us. The ability to kind of relate to my kid in that way is something that I am kind of looking forward to.
I don't think I've had like a bad life or anything like that, but if I'm gonna focus on all the problems or the main problems that I've ever had is probably related to my height. So I just do not wish that like.
I can appreciate that. Hess says, but he susses out the truth in chat pretty well. That is true.
My kid.
That is why I enjoy him so much. And that's what I remember wanting to explain on this day, actually. And then I was just like, I'm just getting a little bit too deep cut into the internet-ness of what I was talking about while we were there on set. But yes, he will suss out the truth in the chat. And that's why I've enjoyed him all this time. Especially during the pandemic, when we have so much conflicting information concerning politics, concerning race, concerning classism, concerning products, concerning violence, like so many things that are going on. He's willing to look at it multiple sides and see what seems like the most rational explanation for things.
You know what I'm saying? The whole like going to a school, the whole like trying to probably like get a date, the whole like I want to be just like my friends, so I want to like play this type of sport that I'm not allowed to. But like I said, this is how I see it right now and how I've seen it in the last 5 years. Maybe in the future, I don't know, I get like a partner and my mind changed. I don't know. This is just how I see it right now.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think with everything that you've gone through or whatnot, you paved such a great road for yourself. And if you decide to have a child, I think you would be a great dad, you know, because you went through all that stuff and like you faced it.
Your concerns are like completely legitimate because like there's also like the other medical fears for people like us as well.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like right now, like I'm okay with myself. Like right now, I actually see it as an advantage. I just don't wish what I went through like to anyone.
I don't think anybody's trying to change your mind because, man, be in your young 20s and enjoy it.
It can be treated with growth hormone therapy depending on the type of dwarfism too. Didn't Messi have that? Like Lionel Messi? He had isn't that, or is that a meme?
An insurrection. Oh my God. Yes, that's one thing that kicked into hyperdrive, I think, the Hasan fans, was the fact that he went through extensive watch over everything that happened during the end of the Trump presidency.
No, I'm pretty sure that Lionel Messi, I don't know if it's a meme or not, but he had a growth hormone disorder. Never mind.
Not the same as dwarfism, but when I was a kid, I had growth hormone therapy given to me by the man who discovered where my type of dwarfism's gene had come from. And I was actually shot up with growth hormone every single night for 6 months in each one of my thighs. And I was being told to simultaneously accept yourself the way you are, love yourself for being a little person at 5 years old. And also being told, stop crying, this shot might actually make you taller. So it was like a really weird, conflicting place to be. And I didn't realize until I was older how much that affected me. And I'm talking older like a few weeks ago, because I still hold a lot of trauma over needles and smells like alcohol and honestly, like even cotton balls and Band-Aids. Like, it's that bad. And I realized, I was like, oh, it's because... And like where a lot of my trust issues came from too. I was like, maybe I'm more prone to believing like conspiracy theories and stuff about the government and all this kind of stuff, because I felt like I was tested on too. And guess what? Nothing came from it. They just wanted to know if my type of dwarfism, pseudoachondroplasia, whether or not it was able to handle growth hormone and get something out of it. And guess what? It didn't work. But now we know other little people with my type of dwarfism who are younger don't have to go through the shit that I had to go through.
As he began playing soccer as a little boy, his talent was noticeable from an early age. He was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency, and as a result, his growth was stunted. Without proper treatment, Messi was unlikely to be able to pursue his dreams. Never mind, it's not fucking... It still leads to dwarfism, just a different type. Barcelona only gave him his medicine if they signed him, so he did.
Oh my God! You know what I mean?
But also, there's
someone linked one of the most like weird movies to exist called Tiptoes, and it's all about Matthew McConaughey being born into a family of little people, and it has Gary Oldman in it, playing a disabled little person using a cane. And I don't want to say shit because it's Gary Oldman and I love him. And I've told him to his face. Well, actually, I screamed it to him as he was walking down the street in a suit. And I screamed out of a car, Gary Oldman, I love you. And I was like waving out of the car. And he was like, I love you too, sweetheart. But listen, he played a little person in a movie. And I was like, why couldn't you just get another little person to play him? But whatever. Here we are. The movie Tiptoes. Hess says, you should watch the RTS Life Hacks video. Yes. Okay.
It's an element where you never know what you're going to get no matter what, you know? And
unless you adapt. That's where you know.
I think even that, I mean,
well, the gene is right there. Then my grandchildren still have like the thing about to bring it. I was just trying to cut my line right here.
Yeah.
I appreciate when people offer to help. 3, 2, 1, go.
The only 2 women came over to strongly agree. So I can attest that definitely I appreciate the help. To do a lot of things on a daily basis, being this small, is really challenging. Prime example, going to the grocery store. All the stuff that I want is always on the top shelf, of course. So, you know, half the time if there's not somebody around, I have to actually do the climbing. Like, it's like rock climbing all the way to the top to get what I want. But I love it when there's somebody on the aisle. I don't hesitate. I ask for help.
I had average height family members when I was a kid. Back then, we didn't really have an understanding of people with disabilities. And so it would be very much that thing of like, prove to me you can do it if I wasn't here. And that used to upset me so badly. I would be in a perilous position where I might break my back before I would ask for help. So if I'm in a position to be like, ask for help, I always think that it ends up opening more conversations to people to show that you are confident to not be afraid to ask for what you need.
I try and get like things myself, you know.
He's a climber.
Oh, yeah.
Climb?
I'll use the
Climbing,
cart.
yeah.
I'll just like take the soda box, pile them up,
grab
even if
another
I'm,
cart,
like, you know,
just
with
be
my
like,
life
all
or
right, cool.
whatever.
This is
But,
where
like,
I was just
it's one of
like,
those
this is
things where-
My
pride.
dude is droopy as fuck, dude.
That dude is trippy as fuck, dude. That's so funny. Dan says, I used to have trypanophobia, but I can thank the EpiPen for having the most painless needle ever. A fear of IV needles. Ugh, I can't even talk about that. Emergency allergy relief adrenaline. Oh, I feel that. That's intense. That's intense, yeah. That is so funny. What did you say was the forward, the rewind? The fast forward and the rewind?
Pile them up.
Grab
even if
another
I'm,
cart.
like,
Oh, this is what I was going to say. Too much pride. Too much pride. Like, you're really going to hurt yourself and pull, like, all of your body weight onto something that's not supposed to sustain someone. Like, it's only supposed to sustain items. Like, it's just not worth hurting yourself over.
like, you know,
Just
with
be
my
like,
life
all
or
right, cool.
whatever. But like, it's one of those things where
My dude is droopy as fuck, dude.
I try and do it myself first, but if I can't, I don't have an issue being like, yo, and just being like, I'm gonna need you to get that. And they're like, oh my gosh, can I get that for you? And they like freak out and they like feel like they just did the best duty of the day. And
Yeah, I'm with you on that because like I'm not trying to like be rude to those people that offer their help. It's just like I know you're trying to be helpful, but I need
He does. He looks like fucking Mac, dude.
to know how to do this.
Wait, I have a question for you guys.
Mac Miller.
So you guys climb?
Yes.
Isn't that the Proud Boy brand? No, it's Fred Perry. Just because some fucking idiot fascist took that over doesn't mean that it's like the Proud Boy brand.
Oh no. The last thing we need, little people Proud Boys. Little
I climb
Proud
too,
Boys.
but this is my only problem with that. When I see someone really hot or someone that like, I don't know, that I find really hot, I can't.
Oh, you use the moment.
I can't do the climbing thing when there is someone really hot next to me. So what I do is like, I just don't get the thing.
What
I
is
just
he
don't get it.
saying? He's like whispering something over to the side. What the heck? I want to know what he's saying. What kind of whisper sweet nothings? Like, am I missing, Hasan? Come on, man.
Just ask them. That way you start a conversation with them. Why don't you ask them?
Yeah, I was gonna say it opens
That's a great
up.
in, man.
Yeah, it opens
Right?
up. dude.
It's like, hey, I just give up. I'm like, oh, I
icebreaker,
get that next
for
time.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? I normally climb.
Yin and yang, you know?
I actually went out of my way and bought like a toy claw, like one of those grabby toy claws. Like to go to a grocery store, it's like, oh, I need to grab a bag of chips. It's like, okay, I cannot climb this. So I'm just gonna use this claw. Boom.
I like being little. 3, 2, 1, go.
It took me a
I
long
look
time
so
to get as far
concerned.
as
I'm like not
you know,
smiling
do I ever wish I
throughout
was
any
not?
of this. Like the pandemic really hit me hard and it shows. And I'm really sorry, Hasan, that you had to see my super tired quarantine face. Bubba says, Fred Perry is big in my scene and the Proud Boys are ruining life. Hopefully with Trump out of the way, they will go away. What scene is that, Bubba? Is that the hardcore scene? The emo scene? The pop punk? I was going to say ska. Ska, reggae, mod. Yep. Mod, yes. 60s. I feel that.
Not a little person. No, I'm very confident in my skin and who I am. I don't know. I think that just came from like age and just acceptance. And I finally got to a point of accepting this is the situation, and now I love it.
I'm really happy in my skin. I have made such incredible friends, and I know beautiful people with dwarfism, and maybe I wouldn't know them if I didn't have dwarfism. The reason why I'm not on that line is because I surf, and I wish my arms were a little bit longer so I could paddle into bigger waves. Otherwise, I'm all good.
Obviously, there are going to be moments where it's like, oh, this would be a lot easier if I was average height. But
I'm dead
like,
that he watched
it's just
this.
Fun finding things about being a little person that like make.
To be fair, all I have seen this last year was Hasan's quarantine face. Hess, that is true. We love him for it.
Makes you enjoy it because like average height people can't really say the same. It's like because since the world is built for average height people, it's like, you know, everyone can do a lot of the same things.
We only live once, and this is our life, and this is what we were set to do. Live it the best you can, and like Kevin was saying, you know, like there's so many different discoveries you can find out about yourself.
Yeah, I somewhat agree because when I was in my late teens, I went down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out dwarfism history itself. And it's so hard to find because the community has been completely like demolished through the media. When I looked back, I found that little people were worshipped in ancient Egypt, and that really woke me up. And when I kept continuing down that, I saw that they were given high power positions.
Wait, hold up. Isn't that technically kind of like fetishization, though? Like you're literally idolizing someone based on their condition?
But to be fair, you're not taking into consideration why a person with dwarfism may be put in a valuable position in ancient Egypt. There may have been something that ancient Egyptians knew about little people that gave them a trait that made them hold power positions in a different light. Maybe they saw the world in a different way. Little people in ancient societies were definitely fetishized, though. 100%. And they were turned into statues, and basically turned into court jesters, and then that's up to, you see, modern day circuses and stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like that's the.
I'm dead.
And I started realizing it was a prevalent thing in other cultures. And people would come up to me and try to pat my head or kiss my face. And it really threw me off at first. And then I started realizing
It's idolization, not fetishization.
in other cultures that it was like a negative thing to not touch a little person.
What's up, bro? You interested? I love when Murat slowly starts walking over here because he's like, what the fuck is this guy watching right now? He's like you, chat. He sees this cool ass video that I'm watching. He's like, what the fuck is going on over here?
I love that.
Yes, it's normal for 32,000 people to watch. It's not. Slowly starts walking over here because he's like, what the fuck is this guy watching?
What is that
A prevalent thing in other cultures.
His brother?
And people would come up to me and try to pat my head or kiss my face. And it really threw me off at first. And then I started realizing
It's idolization, not fetishization.
in other cultures that it was like a negative thing to not touch a little person.
What's up, bro? You interested? I love when Murat slowly starts walking over here because he's like, what the fuck is this guy watching right now?
Hi, Murat. I hope my voice enticed you.
He's like you, chat. He sees this cool ass video that I'm watching. He's like, what the fuck is going on over here? Yes, it's normal for 32,000 people to watch. It's not normal for you to watch. No, why don't you just fucking get a goddamn Twitch account and just start watching? Damn, he said he doesn't have an Amazon Prime account, boys.
I agree with all you guys are saying, but I will be lying to myself and I will be lying to you guys if somehow a blue fairy tale just fairy just come here and gives me the opportunity of just being normal.
Bro, that's gotta suck. I mean, at least the other people are like well adjusted as far as they have like they've come to terms with it. They don't, you know, they're like confident in their own skin. Obviously, there's still gonna be shortcomings, right? No, that was like, I'm not making a pun, asshole. But for him, he's like
Shortcomings.
for him, it feels like, you know, it just feels like he's still very, very insecure.
I would probably pick it, but I understand.
You are literally chat, dude. That's exactly the same shit the chat said. He's like, Hasan, really? Trying to do a pun here? Like, literally. He's the youngest? Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Exactly all you guys are saying, and I identify a lot with all these experiences. So yeah, so that's my only thing. But hey, we're here and we're making the best out of it, and I'm so proud of all you guys, and I'm happy that I'm.
That is too many damn biddies. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you so much. Yes, Murat is the brother that works at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena. Okay, Dexter. Murat's laboratory.
Met you, and yeah, that's.
I'm happy I met me too.
And that is officially a wrap, you guys.
Heard they did one about tiny heads. You should check that one out. Haha, really funny, dude.
Double to the face.
Oh my god, that was so fucking cute. Love the Illuminati. Thank you so much for playing that. I'm dead.
Pretty sure the buff guy's a political commentator and also a conservative. strangers guess who's atheist?
How do you think your parents
Oh,
would
I
feel
know.
about-
I know who's atheist, dude. Whoever is fucking
Oh my god, that was amazing. I love how into it he was. That truly warmed me. Okay, so this is a... Oh, oops, I messed up the chat. Okay, so this is from a series of interviews that I did with a group called RTS Life Hacks. Well, I don't know so much as a group as it's run by this awesome guy named Charlie Dunn. And he basically... oh gosh, I just messed this up, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. What he does is chronicles different people's stories from all over Los Angeles, who kind of live on the fringes of society or experience life in different ways, are open to telling stories, talking about their lives. Some of them, it could be the worst thing that's ever happened to them in their life, and other people, it could just be, you know, they're super into their job, or they're egotistical, or it's always something. I did a couple interviews with them. Show more posts. Okay, I think this was the first one I did. And if you want to add me on Instagram, oh God. If you want to add me on Instagram, it is Queen Katrina. Waiting for that code. It's so weird, it's not giving me a code. Okay, let me see if I can do this without it. Oops. Yeah, I want to accept this. Let me see. It's not sending me a code. It's just sending me, we noticed a login from a device you don't normally use. Is it on the baby phone? Oh my God, that's so weird. It's sending it to my baby phone. That's so weird. Okay. Let's try this again then. Thank you for the biddies. Okay, this should work. Wow. Okay, here we go.
Started taking me to the park.
Oh my god, I love the way that this guy Charlie edits too. Just use the Elgato? I could, but that would be hard. Pretty, bitch. Ooh! Bubba! You're the first person outside of Hess and my mother to use a sound alert, and we love you for it. High key, homie. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, beautiful. Thanks for chilling with us. Thanks for hanging.
I guess when I was about 3, my dad started taking me to the park. I was a lot smaller than even the one.
Hold on, maybe I'll zoom in. Wait, where did that go? Okay, here we go. Does that look better? Can you guys still hear it okay?
I guess when I was about 3, my dad started taking me to the park. I was a lot smaller than even the 1-year-olds. They started taking me to a pediatrician, started running tests. They test your DNA, basically. There are over 250 different types of dwarfism. Since I was a kid, I don't even know how many more there are now. The chromosome that my type of dwarfism came from was just a random extra chromosome that both of my parents happened to have at the moment of conception. Every single person carries the dwarfism gene inside of them. It's just a 1 in 30,000 chance that you will give birth to a little person not having any dwarfism in your family. It's no one's fault. So it wasn't like these 2 cousins going off and like fucking up the bloodline or something. If I had a baby with an average height person, it would be a 75% chance that the child would also have dwarfism because my type is a dominant form of dwarfism. There are 2 categories, disproportionate and proportionate dwarfism. Proportionate you would see in Wizard of Oz, the Munchkins. Very straight arms, straight legs. Sometimes that may affect their voice, sometimes not. I have disproportionate kind called pseudo-achondroplasia. My arms and legs are like totally bowed. I've had my legs surgically broken twice. They saw your bone in half, they surgically break them, and then they straighten them so that as you become more into puberty, like you get them around age 9 or 10. When I got my legs just straightened, I was able to walk long distances and I was able to start playing with my friends more. The debate on lengthening your legs, some definitely do that. Basically, you have 2 rods stuck into your hips and 2 rods down like by your calves, I would say. And every day you take those rods and you crank them and crank them. Yeah, it's disgusting. You just sit with your legs like straight out in a wheelchair for like 4 years. Woohoo, you grew a foot and a half. Look at how tiny my arms are. Do you really think that me growing a foot and a half would match these? Like my peers who had leg lengthening, they were all scarred up from head to toe. Their arms were still crooked little T-Rex things. They had tiny little feet and then these long legs. It's hard for them to reintegrate into our community, and it's difficult because of average height culture still seeing the dwarfism on them. And so when someone shows up who has had leg lengthening, the little people community has already seen that you made a conscious choice that you don't like being an LP. There's another issue there where a lot of little people have that self-hatred of dwarfism. You could be literally like shoulder to shoulder in an elevator and they'll just be like, I don't see you. To make sure that you know that there's nothing special about us. It's kind of becoming a really intense conversation because they're beginning to end dwarfism in other countries like England. They basically are giving people the option to, if you find out that your baby is a dwarf in the womb, do you want an abortion? I guess when I was about 3, my dad started...
Y'all, I know that's a lot of information. Listen, a little judgy there at the end about people who choose to get leg lengthening and limb lengthening. You can get limb lengthening of your arms. I don't know what that looks like on someone with my type of dwarfism. It sounds extremely terrible and painful because our bones are extremely bowed and our joints are very loose. I know people who have leg lengthening. After this interview, somebody, because this is about a month old, somebody came forward and was like, hey, I got leg lengthening and my life is actually better because of it. I can actually walk longer distances. Like I said, it works for their type of dwarfism. For me specifically, I'm not going to sit there with my arms in cranks for years, and I'm not going to sit with my legs in cranks for years because that would not make my life any better. It would take away from my life, and it would be a vain decision, in my opinion, for me. But depending on however anyone else wants to better their life, power to you. And then here's the last one. This one he did like multiples.
I don't even look at people anymore.
This is so emo.
People stare so much that I don't even look at people anymore. I'm only focused on what I'm doing when I go shopping. I've like completely lost a relationship to like children because it is so awkward being eye level with them. If your child is curious and asking questions out loud, we hear them. And then there's other people who just like are so put off by being around someone with a disability that they can't make eye contact with you. They can't start conversations with you. I used to do this thing where I would be having a bad day. And if you meet me out in public and you're staring and staring and staring, I will just stop everything I'm doing. I will even drop my bags and stop and be like, and they'll continue going like chicken to see how long we can go. And then when they finally stop, that's when I pick my stuff back up and walk away. What? Leave me alone. I don't want to think about dwarfism. People stare so... I've always had like experiences where people just want to come up and like kiss my face, touch my face, asking me for hugs. People ask to pick me up all the time. And people have picked me up before, and like little people are the artists of going dead weight. There's an energy that you can turn on with your body and your muscles and your tension and your core. For little people, our core is the strongest because we have to climb up onto everything. So I can just turn it on like right away and become like a rock. A lot of little people in my life were picked up in frat society, sorority society, and they became paralyzed. Our skeletal structure is not the same as if you picked up a child and dropped them from a certain level. The way that our bones and everything are structured, I have very loose joints in between each bone, and it's very spongy. It never hardened. I've always had like experiences where people just want to come up and like kiss my face, touch my face, asking me for hugs.
Okay, I realized I can click on it and pause it. Wow. Yeah, that kind of has to do with the Jubilee video. And I kind of went into it probably that day, but not about the core thing and how little people can like just... After a while, you learn how to shift your body weight based on whether or not you feel someone's going to try and pick you up. Yeah.
I've been on the way to jobs and like in an Uber or a Lyft, and people be like, I don't know what the laws are in this country, but like, were you allowed to go to school? Are you allowed to drive? I get treated like a child a lot. When a human sees something that is small with a big head, big eyes, and little limbs, you automatically want to take care of it. When you are talked to like a child for the majority of your life, it stunts you emotionally and physically, because then you think, am I willing enough?
I wish that was something we went into a little bit more in the Jubilee video, was that the infantilization of little people who are adults. Some people say, you know, I mean, that's the survival method for people who are smaller and more vulnerable. So other people say it stunts you emotionally, mentally. Maybe it's all three.
Am I mature enough? And that's where like the dwarf card gets pulled out. You see that you can use it to your advantage a bit to get away with more. And a lot of little people, men and women, do that because they know no one is going to punish us like an adult.
Some new comments. I like her. I feel her being forced to think about dwarfism all the time because of external forces. That's true. Listen, I like talking about dwarfism, but I am reminded of it constantly. It is a huge part of my identity and my story that I'm always telling myself, and I'm telling to other people to explain myself. And as I've gotten older, I'm trying to merge that identity with the identity my closest friends and family see, which is someone who doesn't have to talk about dwarfism all the time, but they know that dwarfism affects me and why I do things the way I do, why I live the way I do, why I make decisions based off of my dwarfism. And that's something I think for so long I've kept my opinions about it loud, but my private life and how it affects me, I have never been as open as I have been as recent on these interviews. And I feel it's because people really want to know, like, what the heck is going on with the little people community, you know? The last one is scary. I've never did any of those things. It's sad that she goes, true. It's just life. It's life. I don't walk around sad. I promise. I don't. Free sub. You can subscribe for free to my Twitch and support my stream if you have Amazon Prime. Thank you, Stream Elements. Thank you to my mod Hess. If you free sub, click on the link. You'll be able to click there. And if you have an Amazon Prime, you will be able to subscribe for free for a month. That's a $5 deal, $4.99, babies. You can unlock all my beautiful emotes. Look, I'll show them to you. You get a UFO. You get a flame. You get a crown. Queen. Queens can use the crowns. You get Tiffany, Bride of Chucky. And you get Chucky, the man, the myth, the legend. Adedu Dembula, give me the power, I beg of you. Subscribe for free to my Twitch channel through your Amazon Prime. Dan is going to bed. Thank you so much for all of your input. Thank you for your stories. Thank you for sharing your relatable content about the autism spectrum community. Have a wonderful night. Listen, y'all, I'm going to run a 30-minute ad break real quick. And if you subscribed, you ain't seeing an ad because you subscribed. You ain't seeing an ad because you subscribed. 30 seconds, sorry. If this were Hasan's channel, he would be saying 60-second ad break. Gosh. What a life, guys. Seriously. Wow. Such a huge fan of Hasan's. I love that he watched the video. And after, we spent the whole day at this Jubilee thing. And my BFF, Hess, he's like, you know Hasan's gonna watch this video. Like, the second we got in the car. And I was like, no way, bro. No way, what are you talking about? And he was like, those Spectrum videos, that's Jubilee. That's the videos he watches. And I was like, oh my God. Somebody call a doctor. Somebody call the nurse. I'm going to be processing this for the next week, so please subscribe to my YouTube because I am going to put a compiled or condensed version of all of these together. Separated. Maybe one about my reaction to the video, one about my reaction to Hasan. And honestly, check out RTS Life Hacks on Instagram. RTS stands for Real True Shit Life Hacks. It's all true stories, what I'm assuming. These people are very honest. I don't think they need to lie about any of this stuff or make it up. Please check them out on Instagram, RTS Life Hacks. Follow me on Instagram, Queen Katrina, Queen. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more content. Like I said, I love being someone who can speak about pop culture and the ways that pop culture intersects with dwarfism. And I love that just intersected today with someone I'm a huge fan of, who kind of does the same thing, you know, with politics, with internet, life, all kinds of stuff. Hasan, thank you again so much. Maybe I can say something, I've been on the something. What else? Maybe I can say something Turkish for him. Let's see. I'll meet him halfway. I'll say thank you for watching our video. Listen, Hasan. Video muzu izlediğiniz için teşekkür ederiz. We'll say, the little people community loves you. Küçük insanlar topluluğu seni seviyor. Love you. We'll say, I am the #1 little person fan of Hasan. Hasan'in bir numaralı küçük hayranıyım. Truth.com. The #1 little person fan of Hasan. You can find me at the #1 little person fan of Hasan.com /Queen Katrina on Instagram /Queen Katrina on YouTube. Thank you, Hess, so much for posting all the links, modding for, oh my God. Y'all, an angel number just hit me. I know I haven't gotten into all my hippie dippy stuff tonight, but this session, when I looked at it, it was 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds. We're going to put that energy out there. If anyone out there wants to do more interviews about dwarfism, or you want to see me react to more videos about pop culture, dwarfism, disabilities, anything you'd like to hear my take on, I love learning about history, medical stuff, politics, all of it. This has been so much fun, y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by this whole time. Thank you to all of the lurkers holding it down, enjoying your evening, enjoying your slumber maybe. Any of you fans of ASMR who originally found my channel through ASMR, thank you for returning. I promise I will be back with some more transcribing. So if you like listening to the soothing sounds, the very soothing sounds of keyboards, if you like that sound, please return for my ASMR streams, where you can use your channel points to get a fortune telling from me. Yes, I will use either tarot cards, oracle cards, you know, whatever you choose. Let's see. Yeah, like, I hope all of you had a wonderful day. Like, how was everyone else's day? You spent so far like 3 hours of it with me, which is really lovely. I have so many ASMR people on right now. Like, I just I love ASMR. I don't like the ear licking though. That makes me uncomfortable. Like, literally the sound of it makes me uncomfortable. But I love the like ear microphone because it actually feels like someone's like massaging your head or they're scratching your hair. Like, I love a head massage, honey. Okay, we'll this girl's actually pretty chill. Maybe we'll raid her. Awkward's travel. She like goes all over Thailand. She goes to all these different places. She's really cool. All right. Love you all. Thank you so much.